Royal Ramble Radio.
Guess what?
What?
I'm back.
Where'd you go? Did you ever go anywhere?
I went on a dedication, guy.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, man. I thought you had something better to do
Hold
last
on,
week than hang out
wait.
with me.
Hold on, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Welcome to Royal Ramble Radio. I'm your host, Brian. Wait for it.
Waiting for it?
Schmidt, and I am here back from Gen Con 2019 from a slew of SRG events, and I missed everyone. Except for, Mike over there.
You're so stupid. Who is this Mike character?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
I don't either. He's some jabroni that works over at Capitol, I think.
I guess.
I don't know. To my left, everyone can see him on camera. The real big deal, Mr. Tristan Law. Tristan, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Brian, it's good to have you back, even though you call me Mike.
I still don't know who he is.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey, maybe he should come on the show and explain himself why he took your name.
Everybody, thanks for joining us this week at Royal Ramble Radio. We got so much going on. We're going to get you ready. We're going to get you ready for SummerSlam.
Oh, we are.
But if you're on Facebook, definitely hit the like button right now and hit share. Don't make us be your little dirty secret. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe and thumbs up.
Yes.
And if you're on Twitch, you're supposed to subscribe and follow.
Yeah. Subscribe and follow.
But Brian, what's that around your shoulder?
Oh, this?
Yes.
What's this?
Yes.
This is the SRG LFF Tri-State Championship.
That's a lot of letters.
I know, right?
It sounds like something you
So
catch.
I'm just gonna sounds like a disease. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but it's not really a disease. It's the Tri-State Championship that was 3 weeks ago. Steve was on the show.
Yes. Maybe about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah. So this was the title belt we were playing for at Gen Con. He dropped it to Pete Robinson, Big Match Pete, as he's known in the community.
Right.
And after Pete beat Steve, I was like, "Hey, Pete, let's play a game for the title." He's like, "Yeah, why not?" I'm like, "Okay."
So let me make sure I understand this, bro.
Yeah.
You played Steve.
No, I played Steve several times for this belt.
A couple weeks, and you lost.
I lost.
And then he lost the belt to somebody else.
Yes.
Because he probably sneezed and misplayed a card.
I don't know.
And then you beat somebody else. So that means you still haven't beaten Steve.
I still haven't beaten Steve. He gets his rematch. He gets his rematch. I'm giving him his rematch.
What are you handing out? You're handing out
no,
rematches?
No.
Like...
Out of respect for the record he had. It's like when Taker left the gloves in the center of the ring.
Right.
That's what I'm kind of doing here.
Oh, okay.
So Steve went 18-1 with the belt, 18 successful defenses. I figure, you know what?
What?
Let's give this man another title shot.
Oh, that's cute.
So I'm being nice.
You're such a nice guy.
I'm such a nice guy.
Nice guys finish last, right?
That's been my whole life.
Yeah, and bad guys finish first. Zing. Hey, if you guys want to participate, feel free to message us in the chat.
Yep.
Because you are the Ramblers. This is about you guys and what your comments are. It's interactive, right, Brian?
Yes, it's so interactive. I'm actually watching the Twitch feed right now.
Are you really?
I am.
Why don't you just watch me? You don't have to watch it on the phone.
Well, I want to interact with everyone, too. See, you have all the gimmicks over there. You can see people talking.
That's
or
right.
you can call us, 609-910-0687. Talk with us. Talk to your Tri-State champion. Let's talk pro wrestling like we always do.
So what do we have on the menu today, my friend?
Oh, the menu is very long because it's been a while since I've been here. We're going to talk about Hogan on the Stone Cold podcast.
Okay.
Did you listen?
Of course. You know what? It was so good I listened twice to the Steve Austin podcast.
Yep, I did listen to it twice as well. Opened up my eyes a little bit about Hogan too. A lot of things. You? Yeah. One of the things couple things that pointed out to me was.
Well, don't blow your finish real quick,
I'm not
pal.
blowing my finish real quick.
Okay.
So, Hogan, or as he was known on the podcast, Terry, because that's his real name, because they're referring to him as his shoot name.
Right.
that he wasn't really booked as he was always booked as the big guy because he's a massive guy.
Right.
He's a very massive guy, and he wanted to do all the bumps. He wanted to do all the wrestling for it, and all the bookers in the territories, which anyone who doesn't know what the territories were like different factions, different federations in the United States before Vince Jr. took everything over.
Okay.
They wouldn't book him to actually do wrestling, so he really couldn't do anything like that till he went to Japan.
Right.
And he got his leg broken and went back 4 months later. So he spent a lot of his time when he was in his early career just being the big guy.
Okay.
Because he's a massive guy.
Right, of course.
He's 6'7".
Right, built like a brick shit house.
Basically. And he didn't really want to do that, and he kind of fell out. So he had a long-term, like, it was weird.
Okay.
It was very weirdly explained. He actually, from what I was told, what I listened to, that he got the first, like, guaranteed contract. From Vince Jr.
Right.
Not Vince Sr., I believe. And I actually have, where is that?
Well, you said 84, so if it was 84, it was Vince Jr.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, because I did clip it out, and I want to thank Stone Cold Podcast for letting us clip this out. This is all courtesy of him.
Cool, thanks, Steve Austin.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. No, it's not here. Holy crap. I don't know where the hell it went.
Well, since it's gone.
While
you look for that, Brian, how was your week? Everybody wants to know how it was at Gen Con and everything else.
Gen Con was, it was a good week. We left Tuesday night around 9 o'clock from my house. It was myself and 3 other gentlemen, one who probably listens to the show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Chris.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, Chris. No selling, everything. Having my $100 Ricochet set back in Florida. He's already on the list.
They have FedEx. FedEx is a thing.
No. You don't FedEx this.
Why not?
No, because they don't make these anymore.
Oh, so he's going to come to your house personally from Florida and
He
drop it
better.
off for you?
He better.
So you think because you have this championship around your shoulder that people are supposed to, like, cater to you?
Wouldn't you?
I mean, not to you. Maybe, Sasha Banks, maybe Dave from Dave Knows Wrestling is listening, for me.
No, he's teaching behind us.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Dave. Maybe Alexa Bliss, different things like that.
Nah, I don't expect to be catered to, but I am the Tri-State champ. And he has one of my cards I lent to him, so I need that back.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a nice, it's about a 12-hour drive. It's not that bad.
That's not bad.
No, we drove through PA, we got to Indianapolis, we hung around the convention center for about 10 hours, just helping people out. Good friends of ours are running events, so we were helping it out.
Oh, nice.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was craziness. SRG all weekend. Running through the con like a madman, trying to find stuff, different stuff. Just looking at all the new stuff that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It was very nice. Ruby Riott was there.
Oh, yeah?
Ember Moon was there.
Hold on, whoa. Did you get to say hello? Did you get to tell them about Royal Ramble Radio?
I unfortunately did not
Brian.
because I know I blew the finish.
Brian.
I know. I tried.
You stick me in an elevator with somebody for 3 seconds, I'm going to tell you about Royal Ramble Radio.
I know, but unfortunately, by the time I got back to the SRG booth, she was gone.
Well, you should have made it your priority.
I did. As soon as I was told she was there, I was up. I got up from my match, and I ran.
So they didn't have pamphlets saying, and now appearing at 2 p.m. is Ember Moon.
No, she just no. So Ruby Riott is supposedly from it's rumor, but she worked at a diner which is really close to the convention center, and she is a gamer like most of wrestling is now. And she just showed up. She was walking around with her, I think her fiance or boyfriend. I don't know.
You should have asked.
I missed her by that much.
Wow. You see, because of me, the way how I operate, you stick me in the elevator with somebody for 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you about Royal Ramble Radio. Because of that, I got 2 people. I got Gil and Galicia. Gil and Galicia, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I told them about our show, and they went ahead and they watched. In the chat, Rambler Sierra says it was absolutely fantastic meeting you.
Oh, is that Sierra? Is that the SRG Baker?
Well, it says Sierra she's on Facebook checking in. Thanks for checking in and being a Rambler. But she said it was nice meeting you because I didn't meet a Sierra last week.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sierra. I think that is Miss Sierra the Baker who actually. Yes, that is Sierra. Hello, hi Sierra. How are you? She makes cornbread. Delicious.
Wait. We talk about this cornbread, but you didn't bring me no piece though. Eric, shout out to Rose for that food. That food was good. Thank you.
Yeah, well, there was none left. That's how good it was.
Wow, Brian. So first you missed Ruby Riott. And then you don't bring me any cornbread.
Unless Sierra wants to send it to us.
No, I don't want no male cornbread. I want a cornbread like that you could have been putting in a... Golly. So today on the show, right, we have Triple H. We have Hulk Hogan. We have Hulk Hogan.
Wow, you're not letting me finish? Okay.
No, I'm upset. We're moving on.
Wow.
You didn't bring me any... You didn't bring me any...
My wife made you freaking chicken and pasta.
Which was amazing, with no red sauce. I loved it.
Buttered noodles, fried chicken cutlet.
That's right.
With Italian seasoning.
Yeah, golly, my mouth is watering.
Yeah, exactly. And what did I get? A protein bar.
Which is good. It helps you get your muscles up.
You know what? Here, there you go. See, look in the chat.
I'm looking at the chat.
Look what Sierra said.
Oh, she will send you some.
Thank you, Sierra.
Hey, well, you know what, Sierra? You can go to RoyalRambleRadio.com and at the bottom just hit contact and just send us some information of how we can contact you, and we'll contact you and send you an address. I'll send you my address.
No, don't send me an address, please.
I want
the cornbread.
Well, why is it always got to be about you? Why can't it be about us? Because you're the champion.
Listen, I've never been a champ before. Ever.
So you're saying you've been a loser your entire life?
Yes. Except for one time when I got married. Wow. One time. Wow. I've been a champ since then.
Where's your swag, bro?
I got no swag.
I'm always a champion. I don't need a belt to become a champion.
You've seen me lose here a couple of times.
Multiple times.
Yeah,
more than one.
Yeah.
I've
lost to Bombada, which I'm not happy about. Which, by the way, he says he's coming on the show when he gets back and has a couple of words for you.
That's all right. He could send his words through the chat.
He could.
With the other Ramblers.
He could.
Because I'm going to change the address, and he's not going to be able to come here.
Yeah.
So what else we got? What we got going on about wrestling today?
So we got SummerSlam this weekend. We got NXT TakeOver. We had the Hogan Austin podcast, which was really good. If you guys haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it. It's about an hour and a half, and 45 minutes.
But listen to us first.
Yeah, listen to us before you go that. It was a really good podcast. I've only listened to a few Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've listened to the MJF one. That was a really good one. Listen, hold on. So I'm getting the head shakes from not listening to Stone Cold.
You don't listen to how many podcasts do you listen to? And we're not a podcast, so don't count us.
I'm not counting us
because we're live every Thursday from 7 to 9 at RoyalRambleRadio.com.
Yeah, exactly. And I count 3.
Number one is.
I listen to the Jade Throne podcast, which is a gaming podcast.
Sounds stupid. Keep going.
Shut up. I listen to shout out to Nathan Wagner's freaking podcast.
Sounds stupider. What's the third one?
Okay. And the third one I listen to is, unfortunately, I listen to the Ron Burgundy podcast.
That just sounds
It's
dumb.
stupid and dumb, and I don't know why I listen to it. It's like a train wreck.
Here's what I listen to.
Okay.
I listen to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard.
Okay.
I listen to Grilling JR.
Okay, that's
I listen
good.
to the Stone Cold podcast.
Okay.
And I listen to Royal Ramble Radio every live.
But we're not a podcast.
Because we're a radio show.
We're a radio show.
That's right.
And if you want to call us and talk with us, 609-910-0687. Oh, boy.
You got any clips from the Steve Austin
I do.
podcast?
So here's a couple of them that me and Tristan were going back and forth as we do usually in our production meeting the night before. He sent me some couple of timestamps. So this was all from the Austin podcast. Outlaw Mudcast. There you go. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you. Outlaw Mudcast. That's the one I listen to.
And you don't listen to, wait a minute. You don't listen to Chris Jericho's podcast?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Because
Jericho.
Rambler Anthony in the chat is just mentioning you're such a fake Jericho fan?
No, I actually listen to Talk is Jericho. Yes,
wow.
I do.
Sing the song.
I don't want to. I have a crappy singing voice.
I can do it.
Go ahead. Do it.
Talk is Jericho, baby. Talk is Jericho. I was ending the song because we don't have all day.
I know we don't.
All right, let's get to the clips.
All right, so Hogan had a couple of clips, and I picked it up. So back when he dropped the title to Warrior, that was WrestleMania 3. No, it wasn't 3.
It was WrestleMania.
It was a WrestleMania. So he had this thought, and I'm going to share it with you. It's about 30 seconds or so. So take a listen. Let me pull it up.
And I say, this is the guy. When I leave, I was betting on the people following me going down that aisle. And that's what I was going to give Vince the hard time about. Because you watch that back, when he goes up to celebrate, and I step out of the ring and walk down the aisle, every person in that building is looking down the aisle and watching me. They're not watching him celebrate in the ring. That's when I wanted to turn around. You know, I did it for the money. I wanted to gaff him. I was dying to turn heel. I knew I'd have been white hot, but Vince had a different opinion.
Which is true. He would have been white hot. But for anyone who doesn't know what gaffing means, Tristan.
Well, gaffing is just Pearl Harbor, and just turn around, just hitting the guy from behind.
Okay.
In his glory. Hogan also said around that clip as well too that when he was leaving, Ultimate Warrior was holding the belt in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
And everybody was watching Hogan like, what is he going to do?
Yeah, they were watching.
But from what Hulk Hogan is saying, that's a perfect example of the boys understanding their character more than Vince McMahon. Let the boys do what the boys do. But Vince wasn't ready for that. Vince was saying that Hulk Hogan was already past his prime, that it was time to let somebody else do it. So imagine if Hulk Hogan turned heel then.
That's what I was just about to ask. What if Hogan turned heel at that time? Do you think he would have still gotten the same heat he did when he turned heel in WCW?
Hulk Hogan's been heel one time in his career. Like for me,
yeah,
I've been babyface maybe once or maybe for a couple matches. Most people do not see me as a babyface because I'm a heel. And he's a heel, and I like being a heel.
Yeah,
it's what I do. So imagine if he had turned. Then he said that he wanted to call himself. You remember this part? Triple H.
Yes.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Imagine that. He would have been the first Triple H.
He would have been the first Triple H. And it would have worked. I think it would have worked perfectly if he went heel at that time.
You know what? But here's the bad part. The bad part is what if he tried it and it failed?
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. What if that initial heel run would have been just like his downfall?
He could have done that heel turn. He could have totally pooped the bed.
Yeah, he could have totally.
He wouldn't have gotten the reaction that he thought that he would have got.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't be the Hulk Hogan he knew today. He wouldn't be relevant enough.
No, he wouldn't
for
be.
us to be discussing on this podcast.
No,
I'm sorry, a radio show. Golly,
wow!
I called us a podcast. We're not a podcast. We're a radio show.
One more time. One more time.
Give myself pop out.
Yes.
Sorry, I apologize for disrespecting us.
Oh my God! See, I thought I was bad.
I'm really bad.
You're
That's
really
why I
bad.
write things down. I need to write radio show on the top.
This is the first time in how many months we've been doing this show that I actually my notes.
Wow, you take notes?
I actually took notes.
I have a book full of notes.
Yeah, I know you do.
I need to go buy a new book.
I have one for you. Remember, Rose is a teacher. She has a crap ton of notebooks.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the black and white.
No, she's got the spirals.
Okay. Anyway, what else you got from?
He also. Him and Austin were going back and forth about who one of the greatest of all times were, and one name came up, Ric Flair. And here's a little clip from about Hogan on Ric Flair.
You would agree with me on this, or I've heard you say it. You can disagree. To me, the greatest professional wrestler that ever lived was Nature Boy Ric Flair.
For me?
Yeah.
I call him my champion. And when I talk to him on the phone a couple times a week, I said, how's the greatest wrestler that ever lived doing today? That's how I feel about him.
We're on the same page, right?
Yes, sir, brother.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, and you're probably the biggest draw of all time.
He had the gimmick, and he worked the Stone Cold, the Hulk Hogan gimmick. He had the Ric Flair gimmick, but he fucking wrestled like Jack Briscoe and Harley Race, and he was believable. And he could put everybody over, and he didn't need to win because he would roll out of the ring bleeding with a belt, and he'd just stumble off into oblivion. He knew how to do it all. He could do it all.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
back to the war.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Hogan and Austin about Flair being one of the greatest, probably the greatest.
What do you think in your personal opinion makes Ric Flair the greatest professional wrestler of all time?
Perfectly honest, it's the attitude he has in the ring. It's how he performs in the ring. It's his workmanship. That's what I feel like it is. How his stuff is in and outside the ring.
For me, what makes Ric Flair one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, this guy used to do... He's the NWA champion. He's pulling double shots. Double shots determine, like, for example, let's say I got a booking in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, and then somebody calls me and says, hey, I got a booking in PA. What I will do is I'll work with the promoter in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, and say, hey, can you book me first?
Yeah.
And tell the other promoter in Philadelphia, hey, look, can you book me last?
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I do my first match, and after I'm done with my first match, I get in my car. Let me talk like a wrestler. I get my gimmick.
You get your gimmick,
and I drive to Philly. I drive to Pennsylvania, and then by the time I get there, maybe 1 or 2 matches, or I may get there, and it may be time to get in the ring and work.
Yeah.
So that was Ric Flair. He's doing double shots multiple times,
Yeah.
Saturdays and Sundays.
There were a couple of times I saw he had a couple times he was flown in by helicopter.
Right.
A couple of times. And that was part of his gimmick, too.
Of course.
Because, it's Flair flying all over the place trying to get everywhere.
Right. And that's the biggest champion. So it's like you get a huge investment from that. You'll sell the place out. Yeah. You say, hey, look, Rick, I need you on the show. Well, I'm all the way in. I'm 200 miles away. I'll never make it in time for your show.
Yeah.
Maybe you can fly me out. How about I get you a helicopter? Boom. That's a good return on investment if you're selling the house out for Jericho. Yeah. I'm sorry, not for Jericho, for Ric Flair.
Yeah. I agree. And there was one other thing that popped to my thing was his thought. Him and on Randy. I almost said Randy Orton. Macho Man Randy Savage, and someone's calling me, and I'm gonna ignore that. So here we go.
If somebody calls you doing the show, you have to buy me a White Castle burger.
I will not buy you that crap.
Okay, keep going.
Easy, but Randy was so intense, man. When he'd pull on my bald head, he'd rip my hair out, and when he'd punch me, I'd say, "God damn it, Randy! Any more of those, and you're gonna get one." But I love working with him because he loved the business so much. And he was so passionate about it. I'd never been around anybody who was that big of a freak about 24/7 loving this business. So I had great times, great matches with him. Then
for everything I've heard about Macho Man's work ethic in the business from Hogan, Bischoff, because Bischoff had said several times about Macho Man's ethic. He was about the business 24/7. Nothing else crossed his mind. He was always worried what was going to happen next, what was his character, stuff like that. Right. So he was more focused on that than anything else.
But you know what? It's like that for me as well too. Like because I'm crazy about the show. Like I'm almost like a lunatic.
You have no idea he's a lunatic.
Because after last week's show, I went home and watched the show.
Yeah.
I didn't go to bed until 3 a.m. Then I had to wake up at 8 for the shoot job. So I'm schlepping into work with only 4 hours of sleep. We're investing in the show, and I'm talking to people about the show. I'm watching different videos so that we can provide you guys with better content.
And we got some things down the pipeline that we're just waiting on okays from. But I think we're going to be showing. You're going to be doing something this weekend.
Yeah,
which we'll tell. Yeah. We'll give them a little preview at the end. Yeah.
But for me, I could understand what Hulk Hogan's talking about.
Yeah.
There's times that I get ideas, like I dream about things, and then I have to get up and put notes in my phone. I dream about wrestling. I dream about the radio show. There's an idea that I pitched one of my friends yesterday.
Yeah.
About doing a concert, online, and I dreamt about that and woke up and wanted to call my friends at 4 a.m. But they would think maybe I'm stuck in a ditch, or something like that.
If you were to call me at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it's either 1, you're stuck in a ditch somewhere, or 2, you did something you weren't supposed to do.
Or 3, I'm drunk.
Or you're drunk.
And it's probably not the third one.
Probably no,
because I'm not going to drink one. I'm not going to drink one. Corona Premier. It's only 95 calories and drive because
why would you drink that?
Because it's 95 calories, Brian.
It's water
and 95 calorie beer.
It's urine and water.
Well, I like it. It's good. But yes, I can definitely understand, and having somebody that intense, makes you, such as Randy Savage, makes you step your game up to another level.
Yeah,
it makes you want to perform at a higher level, so you can feel like you're properly contributing.
Yes, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. But if you have not listened to the Stone Cold podcast with Hogan, please go listen to it. It is probably a good hour and 45 minutes that you will not want back.
Yeah, you can listen to it on you listen to it, watch it on YouTube, right?
It was on YouTube. That's how I listened to it. Or there's or check your local podcast supplier.
Yeah, just type in Steve Austin podcast.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Stone Cold podcast.
Stone Cold podcast. Yep. So we got some things happening this weekend.
What do we have?
We have SummerSlam, but we can talk about Raw and Smack. Oh, we have TakeOver as well. So do we want to hit TakeOver first?
Well, why not? I mean, TakeOver comes before SummerSlam.
And who will be at TakeOver?
I don't know. You know anybody that's going to be there?
I kind of do. I don't want to blow the gimmick already, but Tristan will be at NXT TakeOver Toronto this weekend. So if you are in the greater Canadian area, Canadian area,
that's the place.
Yeah. Go find him. Say hello to him. You can see his beautiful face on our show right now. Go find him. He's probably going to be around there freezing his butt off.
Well, did you watch NXT last night?
I did not get a chance to because I was trying to produce something for the show, which inevitably went downhill.
Okay. Well, if you didn't watch NXT last night, I recommend you watch the last couple minutes.
Okay.
It wasn't like a traditional show like, hey, let me show you a bunch of wrestling. It was more like the go home show, so they can get people ready for NXT Takeover Toronto.
Yep.
But I enjoyed what I saw. I'm sold. I'm ready and I can't wait to go.
Okay.
And for those of you that didn't watch it, go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
After our show, of course. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the share. Let everybody know that you're watching us. If you're on Twitch, go ahead and subscribe and follow.
Follow first, yeah, then subscribe.
Oh, you have to follow first.
Well, you can subscribe and you can give us money first and then follow, but that's up to you.
And then if you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up.
Yep.
Hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe because you want to know when we're here because we might be releasing additional content in the future.
Oh yes, I think we definitely are. By the way, if you want to call and talk with us about NXT TakeOver, 609-910-0687. I'm looking at the phone right now. I am waiting for someone to call and pick up.
That's fine.
Which, by the way, Tristan's favorite segment's happening tonight.
Ooh, what's happening?
It's everyone's favorite segment, Who's Going to Win?
Oh, cool. I can't wait. With Brian Jr.
Yeah, with Brian Jr.
I can't wait for
later
that.
Later on the show. So, match card. You ready for this?
Go for it.
Candice LeRae versus Io Shirai.
Okay, so I think that match is going to be. I think that match is going to be probably one of the matches of the night.
Yes.
With what both ladies can bring to the table.
Yes.
That match is the grudge match, right?
That's a grudge match. Yes.
Okay. So that match, I would like to see Io Shirai take that match. I think that Io Shirai has a lot of mileage left with her.
Yes.
And then possibly she can, go ahead and win the match and then step into a title picture.
Yes, I agree. I think Io Shirai should take this win over Candice LeRae. Candice is still in her baby. She's not really over. She's over with the indie crowd, obviously, that watches NXT. But Io is so over as a heel right now. It's not even funny. She just plays it correctly. And I really could see her going for the title whenever Shayna drops it. Whenever she drops it.
You think Shayna's going to drop the title?
I don't think she's dropping it this Saturday. No, I don't think so. I think Mia's going to lose, and Shayna's going to continue to hold the title for a good couple more months, probably till Rumble.
I think that Shayna's going to give that championship up. By the way, in the chat, one of the Ramblers, Tuesdays with the Monster.
Oh, Ben. Hi, Ben.
He is saying that he digs your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt.
Oh, awesome! It is a good shirt. It's an American. It's a very American T-shirt.
Is it?
Yeah. See, it's TMNT and flags in the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, but he says that he digs it.
Well, thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So
thanks, Ben. By the way, if you haven't watched Tuesdays with Ben Monster, go and watch him. He's good Friday nights. If you like the Sif and Ollie back in the day, Sif and Ollie like comedy, go ahead and watch it. It's really good. 2 puppets. It's funny. Anyway, Shayna Baszler, Mia Yim would go right on to that right there.
I'm saying that Shayna Baszler is going to drop that belt.
I don't think so.
I 100% think so. I think that some big things are going to happen up north.
Yeah.
And I think that one of them is her losing the belt.
I don't think that's the big thing that's going to happen up north. What I think is going to happen in these next 3 matches. So, next one, Velveteen, Pete Dunne, Roderick Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling Roderick.
I'm definitely going for Roderick.
I'm calling that audible right now. And I think every single...
Well, it wouldn't be an audible because it hasn't happened yet.
Well, I'm just saying.
Oh, you didn't make your decision
I didn't make my decision yet. I'm going to call it now, Roderick Strong. And every single Rambler can agree with me. It's time that the Undisputed Era gets their titles. Gets clad in gold until Royal Rumble when they go up as a group to the main roster.
So they go up to the main roster, then what?
Feud with the OC.
There's only 3 guys in the OC.
Right now.
So who else would you put in the OC?
Finn.
Well, Finn's getting ready to go away.
He's going away for 2 months.
Shh. Don't tell everybody.
Well, Brian already knows, and he's cried about it.
Oh, Brian's cried?
Brian's cried about
Poor
it.
guy.
He's not happy.
Wow, poor guy. You should buy him a toy.
I already did.
Oh, what'd you get him?
I got him Pokemon.
Oh, you got a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a Rattata.
I don't know what that is.
It's a rat.
You bought your kid a rat?
It's a toy rat. That's It's
okay.
what he wanted. He pointed it out. He's like, "Yeah, give me. I want that, Daddy." I'm like, "Okay."
Good.
And Rose can back me up on this if she's listening, and if she is listening, and if anyone else is listening, 609-910-0687.
Well, there are people listening. There's people watching as well.
There's people watching, too.
So why do you think Velveteen's going to lose the belt? Or does it play into some of the other matches you don't want to give that away yet?
I honestly just, it's just personal preference. I want the Undisputed Era to have gold on them now.
Okay.
I think it's the time. Cole's the champion. Roderick has been dying for some type of gold that's not tag team because they've been kind of shifting to tag team titles between Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Roderick Strong.
Right.
So it's time that Roderick got a strap for himself. I really do believe that they're going to pull the trigger on this whole thing.
Okay.
That's my opinion. You guys in this chat can disagree with me. That's perfectly fine, but I'm right and you're wrong.
Because you're the champion?
No, I'm just right.
Okay, what else?
Wow. The tone just went like...
Yeah, we're moving on there. You're rude to the Ramblers.
I'm not rude today.
You know, they were looking forward for you to come back, but not for you to like tell them that they're wrong. You got to babyface them a little bit.
I've been a babyface the whole time on this show. Why can't I be a little evil? Why can't I have a little fun?
Because you hurt people's feelings.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Street Profits versus the Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. Tristan?
Undisputed Era. I think it's time for the Street Profits to come up top.
Because they've been showing up on Raw.
Yes.
And it's just, how long have they been? Since they won the titles back in, that was what, 2 months ago? I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago they won the titles.
Sure.
I think. I don't remember.
They've been, whatever.
Yeah, they've been on Raw every single night. Every Raw since then, and every SmackDown. So it's time they come up. Yeah, I agree.
But do you want to see them wrestle, or do you like the role that they're filling now?
I like the role they're filling right now. I don't think they should wrestle some more on NXT and pull like almost like a double duty with Raw and SmackDown and NXT. But yeah, Undisputed is going to be champs again.
That's tough, though. I think what should happen with them, I say tough schedule-wise for them.
Yeah.
What I think what should happen for them is that they should come up to Raw and be full-time on the roster, do what it is that they are currently doing.
Yeah.
And what they should do is just wrestle on the house shows.
Yeah.
Put your entertainment in there. I don't really see them coming on to Monday Night Raw and beating the Viking Raiders.
No.
Because is it the Viking? Yes, the Viking Raiders, not the War Raiders.
It's War Raiders.
So right now they're trying to build equity in the War Raiders Viking Raiders because of what they're with enhancement talent every week.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that. I don't know why there's no push for the Raiders yet, but
no, they don't need a push. They're building equity in them.
Yeah.
By putting them in front of enhancement talent so they can chew them up and spit them out. Because you wouldn't want to put an OC in front of them. You wouldn't want to put the Bar in front of them. You wouldn't want to put any insert current tag team here. You wouldn't want to put Hawkins and Ryder in front of them because it's going to chew them up and spit them out. You want to put them in front of enhancement talent. Light guys that they can throw up and just slam really easily.
Yeah.
So their push is coming. The steady the steady horse wins the race.
Yeah. The stubborn horse wins the race. I think it is. Right. I don't know. Maybe if someone in the chat doesn't know what that is, we would refer it. And the last one is Cole versus Gargano, 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm looking forward to this. First, Toronto coach stipulations. So Toronto, they chose the stipulations for first 2 falls.
What are the stipulations?
First fall is street fight. Second fall is a singles match.
Okay.
And then if there's a tie, Regal will decide the final stipulation.
So who do you think takes the first fall?
Gargano.
I
think Johnny Wrestling's going to take the first fall, and then Adam's going to...
The first one is a street fight.
First one's a street fight.
And what's the second one?
Singles match.
Okay.
I think it's all going to go Cole from 2 and 3.
But I've never, ever seen a 2 out of 3 falls match where one guy wins 2 matches, in some kind of championship. So one's going to win one, and one's going to win the other.
Yeah. It's weird. This is different for us. We don't have different stipulations for a 2 out of 3 falls match. Usually just 2 out of 3 falls, nothing else.
Well, no, they did it. They did 3 stages of hell. It was with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That was 3 stages of hell.
But it's the same as that concept.
Yeah.
It's still a triple threat match.
Yeah,
because the third match was a cage match.
That's true. Yeah.
Or no, maybe the second match was a cage match.
Second match, okay. When you say 3 stages of hell, I remember that, but I also remember the movie Ready to Rumble.
No, that's something else.
Okay.
That's something totally different.
Yeah, that's something dangerous. That's very dangerous from what I've heard.
I don't know. I was never in it.
But I honestly think it's going to go 1-1, and then Regal's going to call either a cage match or a submission match.
I don't think it'll be a cage because you'll be able to look up and see the cage. It has to be something that we don't expect.
I would say, honestly, if they depends on how long each fall goes. So if Gargano, the first stipulation goes about 5-6 minutes,
Right.
and then the second stipulation goes, let's say, like 6 minutes, 7 minutes or so.
Right.
You can turn that into an Iron Man match, 30-minute Iron Man match, right
Golly.
there. Work them.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either, but there's just so many. Ciampa comes back at the end. From Crave in the chat saying that Ciampa comes back at the end of the thing. I don't think. Is he ready to come back?
Could be. I don't know.
I don't think he is.
Maybe
It'd be a good
we
idea.
should think more about who is giving up that third stipulation. Who's giving that third stipulation, Brian?
Regal.
So what is Regal known for? What is William Regal known for? If you don't know, phone a friend. Or maybe somebody, maybe one of the Ramblers could help him out in the chat.
609-910-0687. Give us a call. Help me out because I'm trying to remember. I know he was a southpaw.
Think about William Regal's wrestling style, Brian.
He's a freaking.
Think about it.
He's British.
He's British, yes. His wrestling style is he's British.
No. I'm trying to think. My brain hurts still.
Did you drink when you were in?
No, I didn't actually. I should have.
Phone a friend, Brian.
All right. Crave, call us. Help us.
No, I don't need help. You need help.
Okay. So
Speak for yourself.
I'm going to go for the Google machine real quick.
Don't go for the Google machine. I'm just going to tell you. He was a submission guy.
I said submission.
You didn't say submission.
Yes, I did.
You said British.
No, at the beginning of it, I said it was street fight singles, and then I said either a steel cage or submission match. I said that.
Well, you see, you should have taken a pause. You should have said either a steel cage or a submission match.
I'm sorry, we're correcting my English now too.
That's correct. That's correct.
But yeah, I completely agree. It should be a submission match.
Definitely, that'd be really good.
I would be very excited. But who would win that? If it turns into a submission match, do you honestly think that Cole's going to win that?
Adam Cole over.
Okay.
You can make Johnny Gargano pass out, so he doesn't really tap out. He still remains strong.
That's fine. Yeah, I would get behind that ending. That'd definitely be. But yeah, submission match would be very nice. Very, very nice. So that's NXT TakeOver, which you'll be at.
I will be.
Yes. Who are you taking?
Me, myself, and I. I'm taking Vacant.
Vacant.
You know me, Brian. I mean, I can sit anywhere and I can make a friend.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I might even tell my Royal Ramble Radio.
Our Canadian friends watching the show.
Yeah. They might not be able to call because,
Actually, they can call at 609-910-0687.
But what if it's long distance?
It's not long distance.
How do you know?
Because you can use Skype and call.
What if they don't have Skype?
Then
They can message us on Facebook.
They can message on Facebook. They can message on Twitch. Or they can just, say hello and just say hello in the chat, which we are at 7 people strong right now.
Okay, man. Cool.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
I'm listening.
What did you guys tell me to? What did you and everybody else in all the other Ramblers tell me I needed to watch?
Being the Elite.
Guess what I did?
What'd you watch?
Jeopardy is out of season.
Okay.
It's done.
Okay.
Watched a little bit of Raw.
Okay.
I watched some Capital Wrestling on Fight TV.
Which I always do too as well.
I watched some Ring of Honor.
Honorable Ring, yes.
Yep, and that's about it.
You didn't watch Being the Elite?
Oh yeah, I watched that too.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
That was great.
So you've watched from the beginning, or did you watch more recent episodes?
No, I stopped. I watched from the beginning. I watched episode 1.
Okay.
Right, and then I stopped at episode 50. I would recommend if you don't got nothing to do, watch those older matches.
Yeah.
I mean older episodes.
Yeah.
They kind of, for me, I didn't know that Adam Cole was a part of the Being the Elite.
Cole. Yes, he was. He was part of the Elite.
I didn't know that.
Yep, Kenny Omega part of the Elite.
I didn't know that Adam Cole was, I didn't know any of that. I didn't know that Hangman Page was a part of the Being the Elite.
Yep.
Or, I didn't know any of that. What's the funny part I did like? There was one episode where they were getting ready to go to dinner.
Yes.
and Cody Rhodes was in the lobby signing autographs.
Yeah.
That's Cody Rhodes' first appearance. Only if he knew a couple months later, everything would be going on. If you're going to be watching AEW this fall, I would recommend that you watch Being the Elite.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of things. There's more things that I took from that.
Yes.
I realized where they got the logo from.
Yes.
It's pretty much the Being the Elite.
It's the BTE logo.
That's what that's what the cool kids say, BTE?
BTE, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Once you get past 50, it has Adam Cole.
Don't blow the finish, right? Damn, Mr. Brian, blow the finish.
I haven't yet. Wow.
Go ahead, tell me so I don't have to watch it.
No, I'm not even going to go there. So, watch it up until I think it's about 180 something episodes now.
God, I got a long way to go. You might want to blow the finish, pal.
No, I'm not blowing the finish on this one. No, but it's getting it. It's all set up. It's everything that they do. It's like almost like a vlog of what they do with the Elite when they were in New Japan Pro Wrestling, when they were in Ring of Honor. A lot of their feuds did kind of show up as like a gimmick thing on the on Being the Elite,
right.
Like when the Bucks were feuding with Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, when they were going to fight each other at Ring of Honor in New York City for the tag titles. It was there. Kenny Omega's on there all the time because he's part of the Elite.
Right.
There's so many different things, and the newer episodes are more towards AEW right now.
Right.
So you have Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, MJF, Hangman Page, what was the oh my god, I forget the name of the oh my god,
which guy?
Finn
Balor?
No, I don't believe Balor was Balor on. I don't remember. Anyway, I did. But if you're interested in getting more pro wrestling in your life, watch Being the Elite. Trust me, you will not.
There's no real wrestling on there. It's like 5 seconds worth of wrestling.
It's 5 seconds. It's all gimmicks. That's all it is. It's all just little skits and stuff. It's nice.
Okay, then.
I like it.
I like it too.
It's
all right. I mean, I still got more to watch. Like I stayed up. I've been playing this game on my phone. I've been playing Homescapes.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I've been playing that game. So I was up one night, in the middle of the night, woke up because I crashed and I fell asleep like at 7:00.
Watching Raw. Yep.
So I was I said, let me put on Being the Elite. So I've had Being the Elite casting from my phone to the television, and I was playing the game, and that's how I was able to knock out a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was all right. It's different.
It's very different.
Speaking about being different, did you hear about the big news that's happening this October?
Evolution 2?
That's a thing?
I think it is.
Okay, so you didn't hear that.
I didn't hear, no.
NWA is getting ready to get their own television show as well.
Ooh, I'm excited for that. I did not know that.
I'm looking forward to that because they're going to offer you a different style of wrestling. They're going to offer you the real old school storytelling kind of wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of wrestling that I do. I like to, don't get it wrong. I could go in there with those guys that want to flip around and do, all that other crazy stuff. But I'm looking forward, to guys that are wrestling like, let me put you in a hold and make you work up and tell the story. And, we can jump out the ring every once in a while, but we don't have to jump out the ring. I've never jumped out the ring because I always had to go to work on Monday. But
I know. We all have to go back to work Monday.
But, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that, too. I did not know about that. That's news. That's news to me.
They're still going to be doing the same old studio show.
Okay.
So it's going to, back in the day, for those of you guys that don't know, NWA before it became WCW used to do a show on TBS.
Yes.
And on that show on TBS, it'd be like in a TV studio, maybe about 200, 250 people in the studio. And what they would do is they would film their TV. So NWA is getting ready to do that. I'm wondering if it's going to be live. They haven't really given much details other than they give us a little bit of bait to make us bite.
Yeah.
And
so to hook us in. Yeah.
And they hooked us in, and that's enough to hook us in. Imagine what this fall's going to look like.
Oh my God.
You're going to have Smackdown. You're going to have Raw. You're going to have AEW. Now you're going to have NWA.
So if you haven't been paying attention, Raw is going to be on Monday nights. Tuesday night's going to be probably NWA. That's going to be the only open spot.
I don't know.
Or if Ring of Honor decides to go onto TV. Maybe.
Well, Ring of Honor is already on TV, but they're not on a global scale. Yeah. On a national scale, even though they're owned by a television company. But you can, I watch them on Fight TV.
Fight TV.
Yeah.
Wednesday you'll have AEW. Thursday is still open.
Right.
And then Friday you have SmackDown, which we will not have any life at all.
You know what they should do? They should run They should run a 55-minute show.
Okay.
With the show starting on Saturday nights live at 7:05 p.m. Just like they used to do back in the day.
I remember that because TBS used to have their stuff start on the 5.
Joe's checking in on the chat. What's up, Joe Rambler? He's saying, my boys, what's good, Tristan? And he's calling you Mr. Tri-State Champ.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I am the Tri-State Champ. But yeah, that would actually be pretty cool. 7:05, like we start too,
right,
on a Saturday. That would actually be really cool. That'd be a nice little throwback to the way it was back in the 80s.
That's kind of why why we start at 7:05. To be just like
he made that decision. I didn't.
I did.
He did.
We're set in stone at 7 o'clock, so you can get ready at 7 o'clock, and you can sit here at 7. But 7 to 5, we're going live.
Do you have snacks? Does everyone make sure that everyone has snacks?
Like what kind? Why do people have to have snacks?
I'm just saying.
What if people are watching their figures?
I'm just saying.
What if they want to lose weight, Brian?
I'm just trying.
You know how much the gym membership is?
I know how much a gym membership is.
For them to throw it away?
I'm just
saying. By eating a bag of chips?
Not even like chips. I'm saying like a healthy carrots.
What are they, rabbits now?
Vegetables, veggie strips, veggie chips. Stuff like that.
Sounds nasty.
No, it's actually
I can't wait to jack up a White Castle burger after the show, though.
No taquitos anymore?
I don't know, but
you got nixed on that?
But I live 45 minutes away from a White Castle.
Okay.
And I like to eat White Castle. Let me tell you, I eat.
This is a first, Ramblers. This is a first. He's giving up taquitos.
I eat generally good during the week, but this is my reward.
This is your reward.
Yes, I'm rewarding myself.
Yeah, I think you should. There are healthy snacks out there. Yes.
So what night of the week do you think that NWA should go?
So you have that Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. So Sunday, I don't know. They really want to put something on Sundays because that's usually when pay-per-views happen.
That's correct.
So honestly, if they want something to grab people, there's nothing on Tuesday nights. Unless you're watching something on CW, there's nothing on Tuesday nights.
Okay, I can see your point.
It's Tuesday nights, 7:05 p.m. TBS, and just watch NWA. I tune in.
I wouldn't do Saturday nights. Now I'm thinking about it.
I wouldn't do Saturday.
You know why? Because AEW runs their pay-per-views on Saturday nights.
That's right. So it's either Tuesday or Thursday for NWA.
Well, right. Let me rephrase that. I'm not saying that AEW is officially running their pay-per-views on Saturday nights.
But every single one that's happened in the last, it's been almost a year now.
Yeah.
Have been on a Saturday night.
That's correct.
So that's basically it's rumored it's gonna be there, but it's not. But it's not official yet.
So do you think they should show on regular television? And for those of you kids that don't know, when I mean regular television, I'm talking about like when TVs had a back.
Yep.
So I'm talking about your ABC, your NBC, your Fox.
No, I think they
PBS.
should. Honestly, I think they should stick to cable and go with one of the major cable networks. I'm gonna say your idea, TBS, but AEW already has Turner locked up.
So what? It's two different networks. They may show a show for an hour a week.
Okay. I could get behind that. That kind of would work.
Joe on the Rambles in the chat is saying that Sunday's is a sacred day in wrestling for the WWE Universe. I agree.
I agree, too.
As far as I can think back, pay-per-views have always been Sundays.
There was one it wasn't.
Which one was it?
This was Survivor Series back in the early 90s.
It used to be on Thanksgiving night.
Yes, it did. It used to be on Thanksgiving night.
Right.
And I remember every
Look
single...
at the big brains on Brian.
I know. I remember, and it comes right to my head, that I was at my grandfather's house for Thanksgiving dinner, and I bugged my grandfather, I bugged my mother, I bugged my father. Can we please watch Survivor Series after dinner, after Thanksgiving dinner? Now, Irish families, we eat early. We eat at like 2 or 3 o'clock. We eat, and then we just hang out and just, let everything digest and stuff.
Right. And then do what? What if you get hungry at 5 o'clock?
There's leftovers. So in an Irish house, there's leftovers. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Not all the time. But what I'm trying to say is that was there.
Right.
And I was told no.
Wow.
I know.
Maybe that's why you became a wrestling fan, because you were told no.
Probably.
NXT is on Saturdays. Joe's checking in on the chat and Facebook. Thanks for being a Rambler. He's saying NXT's on Saturdays, but they run quarterly pay-per-views.
Yeah, they run every 4 months.
But that's the same exact, footprint that AEW is trying to fill. They're trying to go quarterly as well too for right now.
Right now,
because you don't want to. For right now, I think it's good that they're giving these their pay-per-views, and when I mean they being AEW, that they're giving quarterly pay-per-views.
Yes.
Because right now, it gives them a chance to not oversaturate themselves.
Yeah.
Because if you see too much of them, if they ran a pay-per-view every single month, and then in October did TV, then what?
There'd be no point to it. You've already saturated the market with your product already.
Right.
So why would I invest my time into your TV series when you've already shown me every single month a new pay-per-view?
True.
So it's the way they're doing it right now I think is perfect. Perfect.
And they also, they being AEW, sold out Washington, D.C.
I have 2 friends that are going.
I might actually go. If I can find a ticket last minute, I'll go. I'll probably take the Amtrak down. I'll probably just go make it a day trip. I'll run down.
What day is it again?
It's on...
It's a Thursday.
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
October 2nd.
October 2nd. You know what?
We're going together?
I don't know. If Rose is watching, she can let me know in the chat if I'm allowed to go. But
Whoa! Time out. You have to ask your wife permission to go to a
because
wrestling show with your friend.
She coaches Wednesday nights, so that becomes I have to find someone to watch Brian.
Brian could come with us. I think you'd have a hell of a time.
You're gonna sit in a train with a 4-year-old for how long?
Maybe about 4 hours.
Yeah.
Is that scary? Let's give him like Pokemon Go or something like that. He'll be all right.
No, he won't.
No?
No. Oh. We'll see. I want to go and try and get some tickets last minute because it's officially sold out, which, by the way, thank you, Chris Jericho, for selling it out. I'm sorry. Jericho is the one that sold everything out. I'm sorry.
You don't think the name sold everything out?
No, Jericho sold it out because Jericho's on the show, so there's your name for the show. Chris Jericho presents AEW.
But the last show was a sellout.
That's Jericho. You're welcome.
But Jericho wasn't there.
Doesn't matter. Jericho's part of AEW. He sells out all the shows, and no one thanks him. I thank Chris Jericho. Thank you, Chris Jericho.
You're welcome, Brian.
He would not say that.
What would he say?
He says, I know him. I know. I deserve that. Thank you. Getting the wife to sign off on something. That's priority number 1. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh, geez. Rose is in the chat, too. She says, what day is it?
It's October 2nd, Rose.
And Devin says, nope, he won't.
So if Rose allows you to go October 2nd, is she going to give you something else that she has in her purse? I'm just asking for a friend.
Wow.
I'm just asking.
Wow.
No, I'm talking about a credit card, Brian. You
No.
thought I was talking about your balls? Those are in there, too? Hey, Rose, your food was really good, by the way. Thank you.
That's the problem I have with NXT. It's the problem I have with NXT. I hate the venue in Florida. 2 of the pay-per-views are absolutely phenomenal. Joe from the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to Full Sail.
I haven't either.
I kind of want to head down there before they actually, if they ever leave from there, but I want to go.
They should never.
I don't think they should either. That's perfect.
Every single thing about every single thing about NXT is developmental.
Yep.
From the wrestlers to the referees,
even though it's the better product right now on Raw.
To the behind the scenes, like the agents,
yeah,
the medical staff, the camera operators, the producers that produce the actual show.
Yeah,
everything about them is developmental. They're giving most of these kids, from what I understand, the opportunity to go to Full Sail to practice on the WWE.
Yeah,
that's smart. You know why? Because you're training your own camera operators for tomorrow.
Yeah,
you're training your own medical people for tomorrow. It's just smart. It's like you have your own. It's like printing your own money. It's like having your own factory, and that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah,
to build people the way that you want them, and then you go to school and you say you intern at WWE. Now you go work at NBC. A lot of people in the television industry knows what WWE does.
Yeah,
visually, what they do visual-wise, So, I mean, I think they should stay in Full Sail. They shouldn't try to go to a bigger building or tour.
Nope.
Because you know what? This is the mold that's working for them now, and the tickets are dirt cheap.
Yeah.
So keep it as it is.
Keep it as it is. I agree. Let's see. So,
with NXT being on Wednesday nights,
yes,
what is it that you think that NXT has to do in order for people to watch them.
Because
if you ask me, I was saying a couple months ago there wasn't any competition. Bro, it's a competition.
It is a competition,
WWE and AEW.
So the way I see it, and I don't know if anyone else in the chat is going to agree with me, is I'll watch both. I'll watch AEW live because that's live,
right?
And then I'll watch NXT after that because it's recorded. Okay.
So what? But we get that point, Brad.
Yeah.
But what I'm asking is, what do you think if you had the ability right now to run NXT any way that you could, what would you do? Understand that it may be a competition. What would you do to make our Ramblers and everybody else that is looking forward to AEW, what would you make them do to watch NXT? Go.
Honestly, I would turn. I don't have an answer. It's a really
So
you're putting me on the spot here. So hold on. You know what? Let me think about it. And after the break, I'll give you my answer.
Oh, so you're going to make these people wait?
I'm going to make them wait for it.
Schmidt?
Yes. So we'll see you guys in about 2 minutes.
That's about right.
About 2 minutes. And I'll have my answer for you. We'll see you in 2. Welcome back, everyone. We had to take a little pee break, and
did you wash your hands?
I did wash my hands.
Oh, good boy.
Smell them.
No.
So yeah. To answer the question that was posed to me.
What was the question?
The question was, since AEW is going to be on the same night as NXT, what would I do to change NXT to compete with AEW?
Or to make people want to watch them live.
Or
and you're fully in charge.
Yep.
Of AEW. I'm sorry, of NXT.
My humble opinion, for me looking at the product right now compared to AEW, I wouldn't change a thing. I would have faith in my talent to actually go out there and make us look 100 times better than AEW.
Bullshit.
No, I'm being legit serious right now.
I would never do that.
Really?
It's too passive. It's too passive.
You have faith in the people you work with, the workers that you have. Instead of changing everything to respond, you continue to have them do what they're going to do, and then they will show you exactly that they're better than what the other brand is showing us.
I want to hear what everybody else has to say in the chat.
Yeah, I want
Ramblers, go ahead and tell us, if you were in charge of NXT, what is it that you would do to make people watch NXT over AEW?
Or call us, 609-910-0687. Let us know what you think you would change. I want to hear this because, honestly, I would have faith in my talent to actually go out there and put on a great show and make sure that it's, a better show than what they have there. Steal Wednesday night every single night.
So that's like you opening up a bagel shop, right? Right? It's called Brian's Bagels. You can use it, all right?
Okay. I wouldn't use that one, but go ahead.
What would you use?
Delicious. I don't know.
No, go to Brian's Bagels. Hey, did you go to Brian's for breakfast?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You like that? Hey, that's why where I am, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I would do, so that's like you opening up a bagel shop, and you've been at this bagel shop in that same location, and you're doing okay. Once a month you have a bagel special on Saturday nights, and people come through and get those bagel specials, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden somebody else pops up right next door to you, bagel shop. It's Bodacious Bagels by Brad.
Why would I let that happen?
So why would you allow somebody to come onto your night that if you're at NXT and you're just going to allow them to just run their product? And you're just going to be saying,
No, I get what you're saying. I honestly get
I'm
what
just
you're
going to
saying.
rely on the talent.
Yeah, I'm just going to rely on my product already and and prove that we're better than the new stuff that comes around.
But here's what I would do. So Joe checks in on the chat, and then we'll give you what I would do. He goes, one of the issues he has with NXT is the overall display of NXT. So aesthetically, it's not pleasing to him.
Okay.
He would change the ring. He'd watch NXT more if the ring looked different.
What do you mean different?
Good question, Joe. What do you mean by different? He's saying that maybe that's basic of him, and he can't be bothered to watch it on a consistent basis for whatever reason.
That's why would it may be just like an aesthetic thing, but why would a ring prevent you from watching the product?
You know what?
Here's my post to you. Back when Impact had the 6-sided ring, did you watch it?
At that time, I was a big Impact head.
Okay. Did anyone else in the chat watch it when it had the 6-sided ring? I did. It was new.
Right.
It was there.
Right.
It was 6 sides. It was something different.
It's not that it was new because AAA did it.
Okay.
It's AAA in Mexico. It was different to America.
It was different to America, not to everyone else in the world.
Right.
So I enjoyed that. I just don't. I have too much. When I believe in something, I think it can actually outshine everything else. That's just me.
So for me, what I would do, if I had the ability to change NXT right now,
yeah,
what I would do is 1 week before AEW goes, I would go 2 hours and go live. That's what I would do.
Really?
Yes.
They're already oh no, because
they're not live.
They tape stuff.
Yes, I would go 2 hours and I would go live the week before. You know why?
Why?
Because right now I'm giving you a priority. So I'm going live the week before so that you can watch my show and see what I'm giving. Now next week you may watch AEW because it's new, but you're watching AEW. You might watch AEW because it's new, but you're going to watch NXT because we gave a kick behind show the Wednesday before, and we're live for 2 hours, so everything doesn't feel rushed.
Yeah,
you're not getting 10-minute matches anymore. You might go ahead and get a 20-minute match.
Yeah,
you might get Raw quality, Smackdown quality television.
Yeah,
that's how I think that they should go ahead and combat that.
So basically, combat going live 2 hours every Wednesday.
Yes, they need to go live 2 hours every Wednesday.
We'll see. I'm happy with the way it is now, but the 2 hours going live would be a good idea too. I agree.
So Joe again checked in the chat. He said, I think the gray mat that WWE has in their regular promotion, I think he's talking about Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
It appeals to him more. It's possible that it's a mental thing whereby you associate the gray mat with wrestling. Where NXT has the full black ring, it just doesn't appeal to me. So Joe, I think the reason why they use that black ring is because they turn the lights down.
They turn the lights down, yeah.
I think that bluish, canvas color, that denim color.
Yes.
Ring, the apron, the canvas, the mat.
Yes.
I think that appeals because it looks good when those bright lights are hitting it.
Yes.
If it was black, it would just suck up all the lights. It wouldn't reflect back. But I see what Joe's saying. But I like the NXT pay-per-views better because they're visually, to me, they're visually appealing.
Yeah.
I think it's visually appealing because when the lights are off, what does lights off mean to you?
It's over.
To me, lights off means intimacy. And I'm not talking about sex.
No, I know what you're getting at.
I'm talking about like
it's setting the mood that's more personal.
Right. Like
Yeah.
imagine going to a concert with the lights on. You know what I mean? People act differently when the lights aren't on. You know, like you go, you know, when the lights are off in a club, everybody's dancing, bro. You ever been to a club before?
Yes.
Okay, so when the lights are off in the club,
I've been to a couple of clubs.
which club? The Boys and Girls Club?
No.
Okay,
No. A couple in the city. A goth club in the city.
a goth club.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That was fun.
so like when the lights are off in this club, in the bar, everybody's dancing and having a great time. What happens when the lights come on? Everybody can see you.
Scatter.
Everybody can see you. They can, you know. So you're going to be like, oh well, that person across there may see me. But that's what I like about NXT.
Yeah.
The intimacy. You know, at the pay-per-views and the television show. The television show, the lights aren't that bright either.
No, they're not.
They're extremely
very
intimate.
dim. They're dim.
But not as intimate as the pay-per-views.
Yeah. That's true because usually the house lights are down for the NXT pay-per-views. So I like that. I think that's probably the best thing that they can do. All right. So what happened this week on Raw there, my friend?
Well, Raw was pretty good. I missed the first hour because, you know, I was at the wrestling school getting in some reps.
The good thing, something did happen in the first hour of the wrestling of the wrestling known as Raw.
Well, obviously I watched.
Obviously you watched it. We had a title change in an OBGYN office. I don't know what you're doing. Who's writing this nonsense at WWE? Just keep doing it, please. That is probably the greatest thing I could freaking see.
What if WWE is not writing this, but going to the wrestlers, but they send a production assistant or a writer's assistant to the wrestlers and say, hey, so what do you guys want to do?
That would be smart. That's really freaking smart.
You know why it's smart? Because you got these people. And what I mean by these people, I'm talking about the wrestlers that are floating around in obscurity.
Yeah.
You know, you got your mid card to your lower card.
Yeah.
You know, so this is their time to shine. You normally wouldn't see a Maria. You normally wouldn't see a
Mike
Kanellis.
Well, he actually wrestled Rockstar Drake Maverick in a no holds barred match last week on 205 Live. Yeah.
Right, but I don't think many people watch 205 Live.
No, they don't. No one does.
You know, you get all these people who are not getting enough shine on television.
Yep.
And now you pull them all into a room and say, hey, guys, we got this 24/7 championship. What do you think that we should do with it? We're looking to take the belt. We're looking to put the belt on Maria. How do we put the belt on Maria? And ask them and see what their ideas are and go with it.
I think that's smart writing right there.
If that's what I'm not saying that's what they're doing.
If it's what they do, it's what they do. I like it.
But Maria Kanellis was in the Obgyn with her legs up in the stirrup like she told people she was going to be. And what happened, Brian?
Literally, she got pinned by her husband. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, obviously, that's how she ended up in that.
I know, but I'm just saying, the ref pretended to be like a medical assistant or something, and that was it.
Hey, Jessica Carr could be a medical person as well, too. She could be a doctor. You don't know.
That's very true. She could be an EMT. I agree, but that was genius. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that coming.
Me neither.
No one did. And I'm sitting there talking with the Rose, when we're watching this, we're like, really? And then we see him, and we just look at her and we're laughing. Laughing. We're like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually did that.
It came across as another. For the lack of a better term, it came across as another stupid skit.
I thought it was funny.
No. I'm talking about at first.
At first, it came, as like a stupid skit that was done in the backstage with a broken down. Yeah, I agree, but that made it actually a lot better.
I agree. It was good.
Has Drake Maverick consummated his marriage yet?
He said he has still yet to consummate his marriage.
Brother, just go. Consummate your marriage.
Maybe he's waiting for somebody else to consummate it for him. Maybe, you know what? Maybe Drake is shy and he doesn't know how.
That's true. He may not know how. He did get pinned by the littlest Hardy.
Joe's checking in on the chat, and he said that R-Truth and the saga of the 24/7 European Championship matches is amazing. Joe, thanks for checking in the chat. And you forgot that's not the 24/7 European Championship. It's the 24/7 European Hardcore Lightweight European Championship of North America. That's right. That's what it is.
That's what it is. We had the OC versus New Day and Ricochet, and we had something that I never think we would see in the West come from Luke Gallows.
What's that?
His gimmick makeup from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That black stuff on his face?
That black stuff.
He did that in New Japan?
He did that in New Japan.
Let me tell you, when I saw Gallows standing on the top of the ramp on the stage, I go, these guys are badass.
Yeah, he did.
Like, they look like, you know who they reminded me of? Legion of Doom.
Yeah, without the shoulder pads. Yeah, I can agree with you.
Like Legion of Doom.
I agree.
You know why you don't give him the shoulder pads?
Don't? I wouldn't give him the shoulder pads at all.
Because the reason why you don't give him the shoulder pads, people say, well, they trying to be like Legion of Doom.
Well, they did give the shoulder pads to to a tag team, and they've basically faded from obscurity.
What tag team was that?
That was the Ascension.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everyone remembers that debacle with the Ascension where they tried to, that was just terrible.
It's all right.
Terrible. I feel bad for them, honestly.
Book them. How would you book them? Go ahead,
Brian.
Brian.
Right now?
Yes.
Right now, them with War Raiders.
What?
Viking Raiders, excuse me.
If they get booked, anybody gets booked against War Raiders, they're enhancement talent. You know what?
I don't think I don't think the Ascension would be a handsome talent on them.
Only because right now the War Raiders right now, the Viking Raiders, they're in a hey, they're trying to build them up.
Yeah.
The next stop for the Viking Raiders
Are the titles.
Put them in a number one contendership match and they win.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
Thank you.
Okay. Speaking of titles,
Yeah.
we had a title change this Monday.
We had a new tag team
We had
championship.
new women's tag titles, and guess who won?
Who?
The Goddess and the Crazy One herself.
I was not a fan of that.
Really?
I was not a fan of that match.
Really? Well, I wasn't a fan of the match, but I'm a fan that actually gave Alexa and Nikki the tag titles.
What were you not a fan about? Let me tell you, I'm okay that they won the belts. But what were you not a fan about in the match?
My issue is that the Iconics went out so quickly.
My issue as well, too, was that the Iconics went out first.
Yes, I agree. They should have waited till about they should have been pinned for the titles, not the Kabuki Warriors.
So if you were booking the match, right?
Yeah.
Who did you have in the match? You had the Kabuki Warriors,
You had
right?
the Kabuki Warriors. You had Nikki and Alexa. You had the Iconic.
Okay. And then who else did you have? Oh, he's doing the pose. Oh, wait.
And the fourth one was, I don't remember.
Oh, it was Mandy.
It was Mandy and Sonya.
Okay.
Yep. So the way I would book this is
We're going to play. It's going to sound like what is it? Murder, marry, kill.
What's
Either way.
MD murder? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
MFK.
Okay, who's out first and why?
Who's out first?
Yes.
Sonya and Mandy, because I want that storyline that they proposed to have kind of like a love interest type of thing between them, and it goes sour, and Mandy and Sonya feud, which would be great. Then I would have the Kabuki Warriors go out, because why would you name the Kabuki Warriors? They just haven't been really doing anything except for house shows.
Right.
And then you would leave it up to Alexa and Nikki versus the Iconics.
And who would be your champions in the end?
Iconics. I honestly would prefer to keep the straps on Iconics. They're really good. They're hot with the freaking titles, figuratively and yeah. So I honestly would have kept the titles on the Iconics. Period. Find some way for them to cheat to keep the titles.
You know
get
what?
Disqualified.
I think that it was about time for the belts to be taken off of them, and Joe agrees too. Joe says that he thinks the Iconics should have had the belts. I think he meant shouldn't have had the belts for as long as they did. He thinks it was stupid and destroyed the credibility of the belts for him. He made them into a joke. I agree.
They did, but they're heels. It was done really.
They were. I think the Iconics maybe since WrestleMania, and I'm going to be very generous.
Okay.
Have won 3 matches.
Not even 3 matches.
How many do you think they won?
Maybe 1.
Which is terrible. I'm
Yeah.
going to be generous.
Yeah.
2 matches.
Yeah, we'll say 2 matches.
They've
We'll
won
agree
2
on 2
matches.
matches. Yeah. Sasha and Bayley kind of did set the standard for
Right.
the titles, but when the Iconics won, it was obviously fan service that the Iconics won.
So let me give you this again.
Okay.
You got the Kabuki Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
You got Nikki and Alexa. You got the Iconics. You got Mandy and Sonya.
Yep.
The Iconics have to lose the belt.
Yep.
Who gets out first?
Not the Iconics. So I'm going to, like I said, Sonya and Mandy will go out first.
Okay.
Then the Kabuki Warriors will go out.
Okay.
And then the Iconics will drop it.
So
or I could, honestly, depending on how it's done, I'll switch the Kabuki Warriors and the Iconics. But I think the Iconics should have been pinned for the title.
Devin, one of the Rambles in chat said that he wants the belts to be a different color.
No. Devin, shush.
Don't shush. You're
Shush.
so rude.
No, I know Devin.
You should be happy that Devin is hanging out with us
I'm
tonight.
happy.
Hey, Devin, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And everybody else listening in the chat, go ahead and hit the like button or the thumbs up. Depending on where you are, hit the share button. Don't make us your little dirty secret, all right?
I'll be your dirty little secret.
So if they came to me to book that match, right?
Okay.
And the Iconics had to lose the belt, hands down, the Iconics are not going down first.
I agree.
They're not.
They're not going down first.
Iconics are not going down first.
No, not at all.
If I was getting rid of a team first, I would get rid of Mandy and Sonya.
Which we agree on.
Yep, we agree on that.
Okay.
The second team I would get rid of is Nikki and Alexa.
Really? You would
Yes.
put the straps on the Kabuki?
Yes.
Okay.
I would. The reason why I say Nikki and Alexa, because they're kind of like Teflon right now. There's nothing that you can really do to them to make you be like, oh well, they suck.
No.
Because they come out there, they lose, and they'll come back the next night and get their heat. Just put Alexa on the microphone
And
and get the heat back.
Alexa can get the heat like that.
The reason why I say the Kabuki Warriors, the Kabuki Warriors would go over on the Iconics, is because they've spent so much time trying to build equity in the Kabuki Warriors as a tag team champions. You know, like Nikki and Alexa, I don't feel like they've built any equity in them. They just feel like best friends. They could even be transitional champions.
Yeah, that's true. That's the way I think they're doing with them right now. Is transitional champions so the Kabuki Warriors can grab it. That's my honest opinion.
Joe said that he didn't want Alexa and Nikki to win. He think the storyline should actually be Nikki finally realizes how terrible Alexa is and fights her straight up. Honestly, it's between Mandy and Sonya as the team and the Kabuki Warriors. So, Joe, let me throw this back at you. Joe, what if Alexa is not the one is not the wolf in sheep clothing?
Ooh.
What if it's really Nikki?
Ooh, I like that.
What if Nikki's the manipulator?
That would make sense.
Because like I've said on previous episodes, which you can hear at RoyRambleRadio.com/on-demand.
When our social uploads it.
Or you can watch previous episodes on YouTube or Twitch
or Facebook.
Facebook Live, yep. I've said that Nikki is the one manipulating Alexa because Alexa's lowered her guard so much that she even went as far as giving a gift to Nikki. Remember on the pay-per-view, it might have been Extreme Rules or the one before that?
It was a gift, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
it was a T-shirt, but a gift's a gift.
Yeah, a gift is a gift.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing that happened on Raw, so we all agree that the Iconics should not have been out first.
No, they shouldn't have been out first.
Okay.
Because right now the Iconics have zero equity.
Yes.
If I didn't see the Iconics on TV ever again, I wouldn't be upset.
I'd be upset.
And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying that the way that they were booked, the way that they were booked to finish, it makes you feel like they were never seeing them again.
Okay.
And then they threw a little temper tantrum through the commercial break and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy and whatnot, but they were your champions.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much telling me that everybody that they've beat, the one team I don't remember who they beat.
It was
enhancement talent, right?
It was enhancement talent that actually it was enhancement talent from New York and New Jersey. I know they've beaten once. And then they won the titles at Mania in like a big battle royal.
Right. So that you're trying to tell me that they can't beat anybody other than enhancement talent.
No, they can't.
It's terrible.
So, you mean like the War Raiders are right now? They can't beat anyone except for enhancement talent. And then the other thing we had, well, two other things, major things. Bray attacking Kurt.
That was crazy.
That was freaking crazy.
I was watching it, and on Twitter, my Twitter at The Real Big Tris, I went ahead and I said, you know what? I can see Kurt Angle getting attacked by Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
Because they're in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And if they're in Pittsburgh, who's everybody's favorite son?
That would be Kurt Angle.
Right. And if they attacked everybody's favorite son, what should happen?
He gets heat.
But you know what?
Immediate.
But you know what? I was listening to the crowd, hoping that the crowd would boo Bray.
They didn't.
And you couldn't hear the crowd.
You couldn't hear the crowd.
You can hear the crowd. They had the music playing over the crowd. I think they had the crowd turned off.
So they turned their mic off. Basically.
They turned
the house mic off.
They turned the microphone that's taking sound from the crowd.
Yeah.
And it gave us the music over that.
Yeah, because they don't want Bray to be.
I don't want Bray to be a babyface. I don't want Bray
either.
to be loved.
No, I don't want him to be loved either at all. Make sure he gets that heat that he deserves. Keeps bringing it on and on and on for his SummerSlam match.
And that's something we're going to definitely talk about later on.
And one other thing happened.
Go ahead.
So at the end of the show, we had
no, you're forgetting something. How did Bray Wyatt put down Kurt Angle?
Mandible claw.
That's right.
What?
I think that's different. I like it. You know,
I like it too.
Because when did mankind start using the mandible claw?
When he started getting over.
Well, no, he started using it when he was crazy.
Yes, that's true.
When he was crazy back in the day.
Yep.
He was using the mandible claw. The mandible claw was crazy. The mandible claw is a legit move. Look, kids, don't try this at home. Okay, so those of you ladies out there, when you tell your man to take out the trash, Brian, what are you doing yourself?
Oh,
That's not how you do it.
okay.
When you tell, I'll give you instruction.
Okay.
When you tell your man to take out the trash and he don't want to take out the trash, what you do is you take these two fingers right here, and then you have him open his mouth and you press down underneath his tongue like you're trying to press it through right here. That's a legit move. Thanks, Brett.
Anyway.
So I think by Bray Wyatt doing that, I think that's good for him.
Yeah.
Maybe they had him do that because Sister Abigail's too cool.
Yeah, the Sister Abigail looks cool. I think they should keep doing the mandible claw. I agree.
I think you should still keep Sister Abigail.
I think you should get mandible claw and the Sister Abigail. Who do you think the person is that is attacking Roman? We'll get into that in a second. We're definitely getting into that.
Because I have a theory, and if you want to know my theory, go to Twitter right now at The Real Big Tris and check out my theory. I posted it earlier today, who I think.
I like this title.
You and that belt.
I love this belt.
So we also got a return by Goldberg.
Yes. So at the end of the show, we had our Miz TV with the contract signing. And obviously, Michaels comes out with Miz. Everyone thinking that it's going to be Michaels versus Ziggler at SummerSlam. It's not. Because Ziggler's been throwing heat at Goldberg the whole time. And instead of... Ziggler literally rushes in, signs the contract, says, let's do this.
Right.
And he's like, well, Miz is like, no, you're not fighting me. You're fighting him. Goldberg's music hit.
Right.
So, and the crowd popped.
They went ape.
Ape-ish.
Why you have to cuss? What if your son is watching? Ape poop.
Wow. Okay. I think you should check chat right now there, sir.
I see it.
You see it?
I'm not selling it. We're working.
Okay. So
we're working.
We're working. We'll talk to you later there, Mr. Pagillo. But yeah, everyone went. Goldberg went over for this. Like completely went over on this. But Ziggler's kind of feeding into it as well with what he did on SmackDown too.
Right.
His entrance, if you didn't watch SmackDown, Ziggler's entrance mocked Goldberg's.
Shout out to Draven Blaze.
There you go.
He was one of the first. If you watch back that clip with Goldberg,
Ziggler.
With Dolph Ziggler coming out the locker room, the first guy is Draven Blaze.
Yes.
Used to run. Him and his family used to run EGW, and he in Pennsylvania, and he used to wrestle over here for BWO back in the day. Yeah.
So he literally came out to Goldberg's music, mocking everything he did, and Ziggler was supposed to fight Ray, but Ziggler attacked him at the end. Before the match even started, him and Ali had a nice little singles match, but Ziggler went over with a headbutt and a super kick. It was nice. It was a good match.
It was.
It was a real good match. You had a nice little Charlotte Flair, Trish Stratus promo. Thank you.
Charlotte's a beast.
Yeah.
On the microphone.
She is.
Who's going to stand toe-to-toe with her?
On the mic?
Yes.
No one. I don't think anyone can. As a women wrestler, absolutely no one.
I think my God, golly. We're talking about SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
When Charlotte Flair's on the microphone, I'm just looking at her. I'm like, you're a star.
Yeah.
In 20 years, Charlotte will be about 50 years old.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
Charlotte Flair is going to be teaching at the Performance Center. Remember I told you this.
I won't remember in 20 years.
Charlotte is a star through and through.
Yep.
And I say this all the time. Charlotte has it on the mic. Charlotte has it in the ring.
Yep.
Charlotte has it when she walks out from the back and she's walking down the ring. Just watch her, and I'm getting the bumps, comma, pimples.
Yeah, I'm getting
goose
right.
pimples.
Yeah, I'm getting them right here, guys.
And I'm just thinking about Charlotte just walking down the ring and just the way that she moves and the way she gets in the ring and the way she gets out the ring. Those are the small things.
Yeah.
Those are the small things that you really don't learn in wrestling school. Those are the small things that when you understand your character that you learn yourself.
Yeah.
Shout out to Charlotte Flair. I'm looking forward to see what Charlotte has to do this weekend.
I do too. I'm actually looking forward to this match, hands down. For
Devin, one of the Rambles in the chat said that she being Charlotte is a star, but she's also a female dog. She's a bitch.
Wow, Devin, really?
That's not nice, Devin.
That's not nice at all.
You know, like she's somebody's sister. You know.
Yeah, seriously. What would we want to call your if you had a sister?
Whoa.
I'm just.
Oh, Brian.
Would you
Brian.
like anyone to call a member of your family that?
Brian, that's rude.
I'm just saying.
That's rude.
I'm just saying.
If Devin was here right now, would you tell him that?
No. Well, I would. I don't think he would like it.
Okay then. So here's what everybody wants to. Here's what everybody's thinking.
Okay.
Who's trying to take Roman out?
Rowan.
You think Rowan?
I think Rowan and Daniel Bryan are trying to take him out.
So
They're jealous.
So what at Royal Ramble Radio on Facebook?
Yep.
We and if it's your first time hanging out at Royal Ramble Radio, go ahead and hit like and hit share and hit the heart button. Give us a phone call 609-910-0687 because this here is a discussion that everybody wants to talk about. It's a classic who done it.
Who done it?
Last week when this whole entire debacle went down with Roman, I was not invested. You know why? Because it looked extremely hokey.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns walked away.
Yeah.
And then we had the car gimmick where Roman was in the car, and him and Roman Reigns were going to him and Samoa Joe were going to have to talk about it.
They're going to have some words in the thing.
Yep. There might have been some furniture moving. Good thing there's no furniture outside.
Yeah.
And then somebody hit the car. But if you go to Royal Ramble Radio and you look in the pictures, you'll see a photo that was posted there by our social media people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you zoom in, you see a figure on Smackdown the week before that looks like they were pushing over the speaker boxes.
Okay.
So before that, after seeing that, who do you think it is and why? Support your statements.
It just honestly seems like that it's Rowan or Daniel Bryan trying to do something to make us basically getting tired of Roman getting everything that he wants. Roman just being the guy, someone being actually jealous. So I think it's either Daniel Bryan or Rowan. One of those two.
Some people said it was Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Some people on my Twitter said that it was Becky Lynch. It was Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. There's reason behind that, but you know who I think it is? Luke Harper.
Harper has been seen in such a long time.
He hasn't been seen in a long time. If you look at that figure, that person has a beard.
Okay.
The person has a beard. Who has the beard? I'm not saying that it's not. Who was the guy that Roman Reigns yoked up in the back?
Buddy Murphy.
I'm not saying that it's not Buddy Murphy. It could be Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying that it's Kane. Okay.
Why would it be Kane?
I think he's being silly.
I hope he's being silly.
Let's
Kane,
LOL that.
Okay, we're gonna cut that.
But I definitely think that it's Luke Harper. Daniel Bryan kind of stood there in the ring. It was kind of like almost like what's going on.
Yeah.
And Roman didn't sell it at all.
No, he didn't.
So we can't really see who it is because the figure kind of skates out from the back. But if you're trying to tell me, if I'm standing there and everybody just happened to run by, nobody saw him skating by to the back?
Guess not. I don't know how the hell you would miss that.
But we ended SmackDown. The go home
for the show
for SummerSlam.
Yep.
Without a definitive answer. So what's going to happen?
We'll find out.
Does it play out on SummerSlam or does it play out on
I
Monday
think
Night
Roman's
going to
get attacked again because the card itself for SummerSlam is stacked. I don't think Roman's going to have a match at SummerSlam. I think you're going to have Roman get attacked again.
Right.
A lot of rumors, and I was rumors in email saying it was Rikishi again. But,
Golly.
I don't think it. I don't think he did it for The Rock.
I don't think he did it for The Rock this time either.
I don't think he did it for the people. All right, so we are waiting for a phone call.
We are?
We are.
Who's going to call?
I don't know who's going to call. Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters?
No.
But I think overall, though, Raw and SmackDown were good quality shows this week.
I agree.
And it's got me excited for everything that's happening this week. You know, you got a Ring of Honor show on Friday night in Toronto.
Yes.
You have NXT on Saturday, and you have SummerSlam on Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be in the Toronto area, you know, which I will be, you know, it's going to be a pretty wrestling filled weekend.
It's gonna be a wrestling heavy weekend. I can tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
it's a different from last weekend.
yeah. Oh. All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on, everyone, get ready. It's time now to figure out who's gonna win with Brian Schmidt Jr. Hello, Brian.
Hi.
He's getting too cool for this.
He's
Brian.
getting too cool for us. Are you too cool for us, Brian? All right. Yep. It's his normal greeting of Haunta, so we don't get, hopefully we don't get, dinged by that. So you ready? I'm gonna give you 3 matches, buddy. Okay. We're gonna do 3 this time, not the whole card. And you're gonna tell me who's gonna win. Okay.
Don't give me Bray Wyatt.
Actually, all right.
I'm not on Bray Wyatt.
You don't like Bray Wyatt?
No.
No.
I don't like his face.
You don't like his face. You don't like his mask.
Yeah, because it's too scary.
It's too scary. So do you think Finn Balor's gonna beat him?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
Because that's why I wanted to be on Bray Wyatt for a minute.
All right. So
So
you're.
first I won.
All right. So you're picking Finn over the Bray Wyatt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be first.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you Bailey versus Ember Moon.
Okay. Ember Moon is going to go to Ember Moon.
All right. Why is Ember Moon gonna win?
Because he looks cool.
She looks cool. Okay. Sound logic. And then Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Well, really? And why?
Because he looks the best.
Oh, Seth Rollins is the best? I thought you said Finn Balor was the best.
Yeah, I know that, but I can do both of them as the best.
Okay. Hear you that first there on Royal Ramble. You can choose Finn Balor and Seth as the best. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to say anything else to people who are listening live?
The Ramblers.
The Ramblers? The hundreds and hundreds of Ramblers?
Yes. Oh, the one more I wanted.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon.
And that's the last 2.
Okay. Kevin Owens or Shane McMahon?
Shane McMahon. Money.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling in.
But I wanted to do Bray Wyatt.
You already picked Finn, buddy.
Well, I wanted to pick it again.
Okay, you're not gonna pick. You can't pick again, buddy. I'm sorry.
Please.
No, you can't.
Bye, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Goodbye. Good night. Bye. Good night.
Good night. Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins.
Drink your milk.
I saw that little Jedi mind trick that you did there in the beginning when he was like, "Oh, I don't like Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt's scary," and then you go, "Oh, so you don't want Finn?" He go, "Don't give me that." Oh, so you think Finn's going to win? Yep. That's parenting 101 right there.
That is parenting 101 right there. There you go.
Some good shit you got.
I'm good. What can I say? All right. So Junior has picked Seth, Ember Moon, Shane McMahon, and Finn Balor. Place your bets now, there, my friends. I'm not supporting bets, but usually my son is about right about. We've done numbers on this about 75% of the time.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start from the top then.
All right. So stop. Drew Gulak versus Oni Lorcan for the Cruiserweight Championship.
I think I think that Drew's going to retain.
I think so too.
I don't think that Drew is going to you know. I don't think that Drew's going to be giving up that belt.
No, I don't think he's giving it up now. He's worked so hard. He's been carrying the cruiserweight division himself, and he should have a nice little title run with that.
Trish Stratus versus Charlotte Flair.
Ooh, do we see Charlotte go nuts? Yes, I think Charlotte's going to go over. I think Charlotte's going to get this one.
Charlotte needs to go. Charlotte has to go over.
Yep.
Trish Stratus is saying this is her final match.
Yeah. So you think they would give her the match? They could give her the win?
Obviously, if Trish Stratus is doing business properly,
yes,
Trish Stratus would know that Charlotte needs to go over.
Yeah.
Because next Monday and Tuesday, who's still there?
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte's still there, so
Yep.
Trish would have to put her over.
Yep.
You know, it's not about wins or losses. She's just getting her last match in so that she can go.
Yeah, I agree.
Where would you put that match on the card and why?
Ooh. All right. So looking at the matches right now that we have here, I would put that either second or third.
I'd put that match first.
Really?
Yes.
You would? I would put honestly, I would put AJ and Ricochet first. Start the night off hot.
Okay. And then follow them with the ladies.
Yeah, with the ladies. Yeah.
So Devin is going for Trish. He's saying that Trish has to win.
Really?
So Devin, thanks for being a rambler.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I want to know, why do you think that Trish is going to win? Well, we want to know. Joe says that he thinks that Charlotte wins unless they're extending Trish's fighting contract.
I don't think they're extending Trish's contract. I think this is just a one-off.
It's a one-off.
Yeah, it's a one-off for her.
But Trish said on, I believe it was in Twitter, on the Twitter machine, that this is her final match.
She basically said that on there. It's her final match. Okay. The match should be in the middle. It's not. It's okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have 9
5,
matches
6,
on the
7,
show.
8, 9. 9 matches on the main card, and then Gulak and Owen Lorcan are going to be pre-show, I guess.
Goldberg, Ziggler.
Ziggler.
I think Goldberg should win.
I think Ziggler should go over.
Why?
Just to support all what he's been saying for God knows how long. That he's the best. He's the best at what he does. He's there day in, day out, working his ass off. I think Ziggler should go over, but we all know in reality that he's going to get freaking 1 minute 30 seconds against Goldberg. I don't think it's going to go that long.
I'm tough. I'm torn. I don't know. Okay. I think Goldberg could win because I don't think it's going to hurt Dolph Ziggler's street cred. But if Dolph Ziggler has been walking around saying and touting all these things,
which he has,
then he might need to go over. But if he's going to go over, it needs to be some kind of cheap way.
Yeah, I agree.
But then Goldberg needs to get, as Kasima used to say, his comeuppance.
Yes. Pagillo says Charlotte is the logical victor, so that means Trish will win.
But Devin said that she being Trish hasn't been a match in a long time. And if this is her being Trish, her final match, let her have the win.
Yeah.
Devin, I don't agree. It's pretty much like, okay, so Devin, let's say you work in an office, right?
He works at a hospital.
Okay. So let's say that you're working in an office, and you're like a supervisor or whatever, and you're getting ready to leave. Do you train or help the new person that's coming in to take your position? Or do you just leave? You got to put the new person over.
Yeah.
The person that's going to be there tomorrow. Put them over because you're going out tomorrow. So, let me tell you how that match ends, Devin. That match ends where Trish is in the ring, and everybody's going to be booing Charlotte because Charlotte's going to. I got something for Charlotte at the end.
Okay.
Everybody's going to be booing Charlotte, and then what happens is Trish gets her. Her little her standing ovation farewell. She probably sheds a couple of tears, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's how I think that ends. Okay. I got something for that.
Okay.
Joe is saying they didn't let Kurt Angle get a win in his final match. No,
they didn't.
But if it was my final match, and I was wrestling somebody that's going to be there tomorrow, doing proper business in the wrestling business, you have to put the talent that's going to be there over tomorrow.
Yeah,
because. If Charlotte wins, right? If Charlotte loses,
okay,
and this is Trish Stratus' last match, how does Charlotte get her rematch?
She doesn't.
How does she get her heat back?
She doesn't.
unless she shows up to her house and slaps her.
Which would be kind of cool.
Oh, Devin is saying, you're right. Damn, I'll win by submission?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to AJ versus Ricochet.
AJ versus Ricochet, AJ over.
I agree.
I think if AJ's going to win, Ricochet should barely lose.
Yes.
He should kick out like at 4. He should kick
at
out
two,
at 3.
2 3/4. Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
No, 3 and 3 3/4.
3 3/4. Okay. Yeah, I think the OC is going to have some type of involvement in this match.
Obviously, yes.
Obviously,
because
so.
they're building this team. So I think that if they're going to build this team, AJ can't come in there and lose.
No, he can't.
But that match is a candidate already for match of the night.
Yep. The next one, Finn versus The Fiend. Now, here's the question I'm going to pose to the Ramblers.
Go for it.
Does Finn come out in demon garb?
No.
I don't think so either.
Why?
Because he's going to come back after his little break as the demon to fight the Fiend.
Let's say he wasn't taking a break. Let's say he wasn't taking a break. Why does he not come out as the demon?
Honestly, he's hasn't really challenged the demon. Hasn't really come out to challenge the Fiend.
But so he's going to match crazy with crazy.
Yeah.
So why do you think that he should not come out with the demon?
I don't think it's the right time. I don't think it's storyline wise. I don't think it's going to happen at all because it doesn't make it crazy makes sense, but Finn's not trying to be crazy with this match. He's being Finn the man, not Finn the demon.
When's the last time we saw the demon, Brian?
Oh, it was a recent pay-per-view.
It was SummerSlam.
It was no.
It was SummerSlam in Brooklyn. That's the last time I remember.
No. It was more recent.
How recent? Like last summer recent?
No. It was. Oh my! It was when he fought Baron Corbin.
Did he win?
Yes, he did.
Okay. What's the demon's record?
He's lost a couple of matches.
In recent memory, what's the demon's record?
I know he's undefeated.
The demon's undefeated.
So you say the demon comes out to beat the Fiend?
No, I think that Finn Balor wins.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I think the Fiend wins.
Okay.
Clean.
Yeah. Okay.
With no issues.
Okay.
And then Finn Balor goes away, and then comes back and plays the same exact games that Bray Wyatt was playing, the mind games. He plays those games as the demon.
So you think he goes away for however long he's going away, and not come back as a member of the OC, but comes back as the demon to screw with Bray's head.
Yep, and Devin I think Devin and I are agreeing. Devin, thanks for checking in the chat on Facebook. Devin is saying that the Fiend should win, but this should push the demon to come out for a later pay-per-view. Yes, I 100% agree. Joe says that the demon has never come out from the gate. 100% right.
Right.
It's always after an altercation with Finn that the demon manifests. 100% right. And
Yeah.
that's the way I agree.
I agree too.
Finn should go in there and Finn should fight an honest fight. But then he loses. And then you know what? He comes back. Almost like back in the day with The Undertaker.
The Taker, yeah.
You put him in the casket, he goes away for a little bit, and then he comes back. So I think that the Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, can't lose for another reason. Why?
Because they've been he's.
When's the last time you seen Bray Wyatt wrestle?
It's been a while.
That's why.
Yep.
Because if he comes back and loses his first match, put him
What
in
was
the
that-
same.
what was that all for?
What was everything for?
Yeah.
What was everything for?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. No, I agree.
So that's where I'm standing with that.
Okay. Shane versus KO. If KO loses, he quits.
Last week, if you guys missed it, I gave the top 5 things that Kevin Owens could do if he's forced to quit the WWE.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't have to do
I don't hope so.
any of those things.
I don't either, but I think they're turning this into an Austin Vince type of storyline, which we kind of see.
Let me go back real quick.
Okay.
Joe made a really good point. He said that he doesn't see the demon playing mind games, though. It's not the MO of the demon.
That is very correct.
I agree.
Yeah. Demon doesn't. Demon just goes at it. He doesn't.
You know what mind games exploits? Fear and weakness.
Yes.
So if he exploits fear and weakness in the Fiend, then it may take away some of the sheen from Bray Wyatt's character.
Yeah.
You agree?
I agree.
Damn. We're doing good today.
We are doing good. So KO or Shane?
I'm going to say that Kevin Owens loses that match.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. Yeah, I think it's a nice little character development for KO to lose that match.
Yeah.
And to him to come in run-ins and do all that stuff, get arrested, get thrown out.
Yep.
A la Stone Cold.
But didn't Kevin Owens do this a couple months ago? Or like he quit or something like that?
No, that was like 3 or 4 years. That was like 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
It was really super recent.
No, I don't think so.
Ramblers, refresh your memory. Didn't Kevin Owens do something like this a couple months ago to where he was like fired or something like that, and he was just like showing up, or did he quit? I can't remember what it was, but either way.
Bailey versus Ember Moon. I'm calling Ember.
I'm saying Bailey.
Why?
The reason why they haven't booked Ember in anything that would make me think that she's a formidable champ. She's a formidable opponent. When Ric Flair, the NWA champion, Harley Race, the NWA champion, when they go into another town to face into another territory to face that territory's top star, obviously Ric Flair or Harley Race was leaving with the NWA championship. But that person that was in the ring with those men still had to feel like a top star when the match was over. Yeah. So you'd wrestle a match to where it was so close, you go, man, that Brian Schmidt, he is the New Jersey champion, but he almost
Tri-State
champion. And he's the Tri-State champion and almost beat Ric Flair for the belt. You know what?
Yeah.
He's still a champion in our eyes. They haven't done anything, in my opinion, to build any equity in Ember Moon.
Okay, that makes sense. She hasn't really done anything.
Nothing at all.
No, she hasn't.
But you know what? I think it'd be a great way. If Ember Moon does win, it should be by way of Sasha Banks.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I'm changing my mind again.
Oh, jeez.
When we get to this next match, I'm going to give you a reason as to why I feel that certain things are going to happen.
The Man versus Natty.
I think that I think that Becky Lynch is going to lose that belt.
I think so too. Natty's going to get it at Toronto.
Who else do you think? What else do you think is going to transpire in that match?
Seth, Bret Hart's going to come out. I don't.
Ronda Rousey.
Really?
Ronda Rousey should be involved in that match.
Really?
Yes. Let's go to NXT. Let's go back to NXT TakeOver.
Okay.
Who's the NXT Women's Champion currently?
Shayna Baszler. Okay.
Shayna Baszler's going to lose.
Yeah.
And those 4 horsewomen are going to come up, right? Against it. And then, you know what?
Oh, it's happening.
So, this is just me fantasy booking.
This is all rumor and innuendo.
So, the night before, you got Shayna Baszler versus Mia Yim. I think that Shayna Baszler drops the belt to Mia Yim. Ronda Rousey's going to come back the next night. And she's going to help her friend win the belt, and then she's going to screw her friend.
Okay.
So then you're going to have the 4 horsewomen against the 4 horsewomen. Charlotte's going to have to make a decision. Is she going to fight for the company that she loves, the business that she loves, against these outsiders, which are mixed martial artists? Or is she just going to do what she does and be all about herself?
I agree.
Bailey is going to have to, a lot of people at that point are going to have to put aside their personal differences for the greater good.
Greater good.
And the greater good is obviously the wrestling company.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's what I would like to see.
I think that would be...
Sasha would get involved somehow. Maybe Sasha could be in the back, or, these girls are beating them down, and Sasha Banks comes in and does what she has to do. But there needs to be a 5th girl in there. Who would the 5th girl be?
For each?
No, the 5th girl would be... Because if I'm picking 5 girls, right? Mm-hmm. You got Natalya.
Natty.
You got Natty. I mean, that's the same person.
Same person.
Natalya.
Natty.
You got Charlotte. Bailey. Charlotte. Did we say Charlotte already?
Yeah. Becky.
And then Sasha. Give me 5 from the other side.
Ronda.
Yep.
Shayna.
Yep.
Sonya.
Okay.
And then the other 2 from NXT.
Okay.
I don't know their names off the top of my head.
Okay. So Sonya becomes a traitor, and but if they want to add more equity to the whole thing, you know what I would do? So who said that? Devin. Devin said in the chat, he said she being Charlotte's going to be for herself. I agree.
Yes.
It should be something where Charlotte's making a life decision. Does she go ahead and be the queen? Or does she go ahead and help the girls? So it's like, Charlotte, we need you. Charlotte, we need you. And then Charlotte walks away.
Yeah.
And then these girls are getting the beat down, and Charlotte comes out and makes the save.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to end the pay-per-view. Make them the main event, but they probably won't be the main event.
They probably won't be the main event because this will probably be the main
but
event.
I will tell you this. If Becky Lynch and Natalya are the main event,
we know we're getting 4 horsewomen.
I expect that.
I expect it too.
Because you know what? That's going to leave me on such a high. There's nothing that's going to be able to beat that.
Nope. Nothing at all.
He's closed.
Yep. All right, well, let's talk about Kofi versus Randy Orton.
I don't know. What do you feel? What are your feelings? Give me your feelings, pal. Give me your feelings.
I think Randy's going out. I think Randy's coming to that age where he's going to go part-time. He needs one last run in him before he goes. That's what my thinking is, what the booking is. Honestly, Kofi, I believe, is going to retain.
Randy Orton is 39.
Yes.
Randy Orton is 39. Randy Orton has been wrestling since he was, what, 20-something?
Yeah, early 20s, yeah.
So I'm saying right now that I don't think that Randy Orton is getting ready to leave. You see, for professional wrestlers, we're like fine wine. I'm a much better professional wrestler at 33 than I was at 23.
Okay.
And I think that Randy Orton still has a lot to give the business.
Okay.
Even if it's not him being an active wrestler, there's other things that he can do in the company to progress the business. Randy Orton, first ballot Hall of Famer. Hands down.
I agree.
Hands down. I don't think it's time for him to go yet. There's still so much more for him to do. He's going to be one of those guys that, like The Undertaker. The Undertaker won the belt, was WWF champion, but he wasn't WWF champion a lot that you can say, wow, The Undertaker wasn't known for his WWF championship runs.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it's the same thing for Randy Orton. I don't think Randy Orton's going to win this one.
No, I think, honestly, if Randy still has a lot left in the tank, he's not going to win this one. I think Kofi's going to win it. Honestly,
I think that if Kofi wins, Kofi should barely win.
Yes, it should be a slugfest.
Yes, they should. Let me tell you something. It should be like World Star out there.
Yeah,
like Kofi Kingston should be fighting for his life. Remember that, Brian. If you ever get into a fight and somebody yells World Star, you fight for your life. You know why? It's probably going to end up on WorldStarHipHop.com.
Yeah, that's when I break out the freaking Sammy Callahan bat and just start knocking people around.
Why do you have to use weapons if they're not any weapons, Brian?
World Star, man.
Okay, there you go. Fight for your life.
Exactly. Speaking, and the last one would be Brock versus Seth.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins is crazy.
No, really?
He needs to get his medicine checked. Maybe he needs to get his medicine adjusted.
Maybe.
What happened not this week? What happened week before Monday Night Raw?
He got murdered. Not murdered, but he got mangled. He got destroyed by Brock Lesnar in the back.
That's correct.
Yes.
And what happened on Monday Night Raw?
He came out with a steel chair to the ring and still got destroyed by Brock Lesnar.
Let me tell you something. If my name's Seth Rollins, or my name is Tristan Law, then you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @TheRealBigTris.
So it's not Michael Law?
I am not going to go out there and stand toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar. Let me tell you, I caught my ass whipping once. I'm not trying to catch ass whipping again. And then go into the pay-per-view and try to fight. He's not going to come into the pay-per-view 100%.
No, he's not. Not at all. But he's still saying, this is all I got. I'm going to SummerSlam.
So, I mean, maybe that'd be a good way for him not to win because people hate Brock Lesnar so much.
Yeah.
But maybe it's time for, maybe it's time for us to get a little bit more emotional investment in Seth Rollins. Maybe he needs to turn heel or something. I don't know.
I don't think turning heel would be the thing right now.
Because right now, right? Off the top of your head, who's the top guy in WWE right now?
I would say Roman, but it's not. It's Seth.
I think Seth is.
Yeah.
But to me, Seth doesn't feel like a top guy.
No, he doesn't.
So here's what Joe's saying. Joe's agreeing with me. Joe says that he could smell a Seth Rollins heel push. A disheveled crazy with the backing of DX. Okay, no, you lost me at the last part.
Yeah, seriously, no. DX is just...
Devin is checking in the chat. He said Brock needs to lose and then come back for the next pay-per-view. I think that way the belt stays fresh. Okay. But would it be the next pay-per-view that happens next month, or would it be one of the big pay-per-views like he's usually booked for? Well, here's my thing as well. I mean, So if Brock Lesnar loses the belt, then the Money in the Bank was all for nothing.
That's true.
So if Brock Lesnar loses, right, Brian? What happens on Monday?
Paul Heyman walks out, demands a rematch, and the rematch happens in the next pay-per-view.
So this pay-per-view was all built on people being handed rematches. You know, people being handed matches. There's a bunch of matches. You know, Bayley gave Ember a match. Bayley gave Ember a match.
Yep.
You also got Kofi giving Randy a match. So
yeah, all these matches. Can I get a match?
Yeah, right.
Can I get a match?
Hey, let me go for the cruiserweight. I can. You know, I'm only 195.5 pounds.
Hold on. I think someone has to say something.
What? Yeah, 205 minus what? 10 pounds. Yeah. So, if you ask me, okay, let me think about it for a second.
Okay.
If Seth Rollins wins, there's really nothing in it for Brock Lesnar because he's been beaten down. He's been beaten down multiple times by Brock Lesnar. Mm-hmm. I think Brock Lesnar needs to leave the championship, leave as champion.
Yes.
I would agree with Seth Rollins not winning because Seth Rollins took one hell of an ass whipping last Monday. He took one the week before. He came out with ribs taped and everything, limping, using the chair as a cane.
But that makes him if he wins, that makes him the ultimate babyface. Wouldn't you agree? That he took all this beating from Brock Lesnar, and he comes out that Sunday with the ribs taped, and beats Brock Lesnar.
But then what? What do you do with Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar's the top guy. Brock Lesnar's not going to be fighting for the 24/7 championship or the Intercontinental Championship.
It'd be funny as hell.
Okay, so what if he loses and he showed up in SmackDown?
He's going to show up on SmackDown when it goes to Fox.
That's what we think. It's only rumor and innuendo.
Rumor and innuendo. It's going to happen. That's where Ronda's going to if she comes back. I'm calling it now.
Are you?
Bet it right now. Brock Lesnar and Ronda on SmackDown on Fox.
I'm thinking that Kofi Kingston's going to win. I'm sorry.
Kofi.
Wow.
Wow.
I need White Castle in my life.
It's
in my life.
As you can tell, Tristan's about breaking down right now.
It's about that time.
I
definitely think that Brock Lesnar's going to walk out with the belt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with the idea that Joe said that Seth Rollins is going to get a heel push. Not yet. It's going to be on the fringe.
Yeah.
He's going to be disheveled and he's going to be crazy. With the back of DX, no.
No.
But Joe supported his statement by saying, "Did we not see DX hanging out with him at the reunion show?"
That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that DX is going to back him on anything at all.
Like I said in last week's episode, Monday Night Raw is episodic television, meaning that from one week to the next, everything follows.
Yeah.
I think that last week, not this week, the week before, the Raw reunion.
Yeah.
Raw reunion took place in the universe of WWE, obviously, but it wasn't to progress any storylines.
No, it was literally just people coming back. I like this belt.
Brian, you're a creep. Do you sleep with that?
I actually do. Rose can confirm.
So where does Rose sleep?
Do you remember when Jericho had the title?
Oh, I get it. You sleep on the couch with that belt.
No, I don't.
So you're trying to tell me you make your wife move over?
No, it sleeps on the other side of me when I sleep next to Rose.
Okay. So you're here.
I'm here.
Yes. Rose is here.
Rose is here. The belt's here.
Next to you.
Over here. Yes.
Oh, okay. So when Rose gets up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, do you put the belt on her pillow?
No, I do not. No. Wow. No, I don't.
You're just as bad as
Jericho?
No.
Who?
As Rockstar Spud.
You mean Drake Maverick?
Yes, Drake Maverick.
If anyone doesn't know who Rockstar Spud is, Drake Maverick.
Yes, Drake Maverick. Sorry, guys. That's why I write things down. I didn't have that name written down.
I'm actually taking this out to dinner later. We're gonna go have some White Castle burgers.
Let me tell you, if you bring that belt with us to White Castle,
oh hell yeah,
there's going to be some people in a white uniform, and they won't be working at you. They won't be working at White Castle, but they're going to take you with them. They want to say, "Sir, come with us, please."
No, this is staying with me. No, I actually walked around Gen Con, and Joe, who was at Gen Con, can confirm. I walked around with this belt everywhere. It
Brian,
did not leave my sight.
Brian, that's different. That's socially acceptable.
How is that socially acceptable?
That is socially acceptable.
So me walking into White Castle right now with this belt is not socially acceptable.
Socially unacceptable, Brian.
I walked into several convenience stores outside of Indianapolis with this belt.
And
I walked into a McDonald's with this belt, and I got the respect I deserved.
They probably didn't give you respect. They probably thought you were crazy, and they want to get you out there right away.
No. Actually, they asked me what I was a champ of, and I explained to them what I was a champ. I did. No, I'm legit saying,
hey, welcome to McDonald's. Wait a minute. What are you a champion of?
card games. Wrestling card game.
Okay, would you like fries with that?
No, I can't eat fries.
I think that's how that whole conversation went.
Wow. Okay, Joe, keep talking.
You see, you know
keep
what, Joe?
talking. Keep talking, bro.
You know what? Joe, typing. He's typing. Joe, I hope you come take that belt from him.
He's not going
because
to.
I think
because we use the same character. I'm sorry.
No, but you're sleeping in the bed with the belt. Okay, when you watch Monday Night Raw, where was the belt?
The belt. This past Monday.
Yes.
The belt was in my car because I wasn't home yet.
Okay, on Tuesday night, where was the belt?
The belt was downstairs in my office.
Okay. When you drove down here to the studio this afternoon,
yes.
Right? Where was the belt?
In the child seat.
In the golly, he put the belt in the child seat. Did you? As long as you didn't buckle it in, it's not a problem.
I did buckle it in.
Brian, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Are you posting pictures on your Twitter of you doing crazy things with the belt?
Not yet, but you just give me ideas.
Oh man, could we strike that one from the record?
Nope, we are not. Not at all. We are not striking that from record. And the time is now 9 o'clock on the fair night of Thursday, August 8th, 2019.
Uh-huh.
And I'm still your tri-state champion.
So you think somebody's want to bust open the door right now and take the belt from you?
Pagillo's up in Sarasota or wherever he is. He ain't coming down.
Saratoga? Sarasota's in Florida.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Same place. He's just watching some horses.
Uh-huh.
I got this belt. Steve Rice is coming for it first. And then
don't worry, you'll be giving it back to him.
No, I don't know.
Aren't you known as like the #1 jobber in SRG?
Nope. When I won this title, I'm no longer jobber of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
not at all. Not a jobber of the year anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, so it resets at 0, right?
No.
Which is still a jobber. Hey, the Brooklyn Brawler won 1 match.
He did. I've won several matches.
Dwayne Gill was a jobber. He won 1 match.
Gilbert won matches.
Let me not say jobber. That's disrespectful. Enhancement talent.
I'm not enhancement talent. As much as people like to think I am in SRG, I'm not enhancement talent.
I mean, you make. I mean, you're right because you don't make the other guys look good, right? It's all about you, right?
It's all about me.
Wow, you're such a heel.
I know.
He's a heel.
It feels so good to be so bad.
Hey, well, everybody, this is Royal Ramble Radio, and I am Tristan Law, and I'm glad that everybody hung out with us tonight. Don't make us be a dirty secret. You know, I'm glad that you guys had a great time with us.
I am too.
If you missed a moment, you know, it's going to be live. It's going to be on demand on YouTube, on Twitch, and Facebook Live. Or if you're at work and you can't really listen, because you shouldn't be listening to podcasts at work, Brian.
Yes.
Go to RoyalRambleRadio.com and you can listen on demand to this whole thing, just as, you know, your voice.
Yeah, exactly.
We are looking for people to advertise with us.
Ooh.
So if you go to RoyalRambleRadio.com and just hit the contact button at the bottom, you can contact us with whatever you got.
Thank you, Joe.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Real Big Tris, but it's not about me. It's about RoyalRambleRadio.com.
Mm-hmm. And you can follow Royal Ramble at Royal Ramble Rad #1. You can follow me at SAOPOZOU. I'm always tweeting during Raw and SmackDown.
Hey, me too.
I know, right? It's like we kind of do this on purpose.
Right.
I have this belt. I'm good. Tristan, you working anything this weekend?
I am actually going to. I'm actually going to
Toronto
Toronto this weekend.
Yeah, so you'll be working that. Yeah. Are you going to be doing something?
So I'm going to make the attempt at making. I'm going to make a vlog. It's going to be like a video vlog. And you're going to follow me. All you guys are going to follow me around as I go up to Toronto for the SummerSlam weekend.
Yes.
Because, you know, a lot of our Ramblers live in New York or Pennsylvania or Connecticut. That's where the majority of them live.
Yes.
New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. And you might not be fortunate to go to SummerSlam. So I want to take you guys with me.
He's going to take you with you.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to the Twitch and or the YouTube page to see Tristan's little experience SummerSlam weekend up in Toronto, Canada. By the way, go to Tim Hortons, please.
You know what? I started drinking coffee recently.
Me too.
And I'm going to drink it black.
No.
I love black coffee. It's good for you. Oh my God. It's only like 5 to 0 calories.
Okay, go drink your 95 calorie urine water.
I might have that too.
But as we say at the end, you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us, and we thank you for that. We'll be back next week.
Next Thursday.
7
to 9.
7 to 9. Besides that, we are out of here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, all the Ramblers. And we have to just do one thing. We have to congratulate our draft champion before we go, because it ends this Sunday, and there's no way we're catching him.
Right.
Mr. Chris Pagillo. Yay. The Bunjaba. Congratulations, sir. You'll get your prize when you come back from wherever the hell you are.
Oh, I didn't know there's a prize involved.
And it's something. I have no idea what it is yet. Maybe Rose cooked something. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Good night, guys.
Thanks, guys.